Hi, everybody. Welcome to TVON. My name is Lauren Blair. Thank you so much for joining us, and happy Thursday to you. Glad you're with us today. So today is a very special day. It is going to be, of course, gemstones, which I hope you're hungry for gems because it's been a whole month since we have done this. And I know it's a little unexpected. I know you weren't expecting it, but I will tell you, we are so excited, and really, I hope you're pleasantly surprised because if you're really, again, if you're a jewelry lover, you're probably a gem lover, right? One really goes hand in hand with the other. So I would encourage our jewelry lovers to stick around with us, not just to, maybe you're just going to sit by and kind of hang out with us and be educated a little bit and see some pieces that, let me tell you, after 21 years of doing this, I've never actually seen some of the high quality we're going to bring you. It is like a museum tour. But there will be pieces that, of course, what you can't do in the museum is purchase pieces off the wall or out of the display. So that's really the beauty of the show. So whether you're hanging out with us just to kind of sit back, relax, and see some really exotic gems, or if you are indeed a collector and a shopper, we have got you covered tonight in really, truly some of the world's best gems. And I'm talking about pieces that have very rarely, if ever, seen the light of television, because it's really about, let me tell you, 50 carats in Tanzanite in one stone. There's a 30 carat Tanzanite. There's a you won't believe this, I can't believe it, 3 carats, 73 in a Russian Demantoid garnet. It's the largest I've ever actually been a privilege or had the privilege of even looking at, let alone sharing with you all. And it's incredibly affordable for what it is. Now, I know those pieces might not be like a couple $100s, but we do have lots of affordable in those categories as well. So really the idea is, no matter if you're looking for that one-of-a-kind museum piece or you are looking for something more affordable for jewelry or for setting up, we've got all these options for you. Plus, what we've never seen on our loose gemstone shows before in the many, many months we've been doing this. What'd they start, February? So we've been doing them for a while. It was once every couple weeks. Now it's turned into an every other week scenario. I apologize I wasn't with you 2 weeks ago. I was at a very important baseball game. So anyway, so I was not here, so there was jewelry instead. So that's why it's been a whole month. So we're really excited about this opportunity because you're going to see turquoise tonight that we have not seen loose. We're going to see a ruby. It's a Burma ruby. It's a top quality stone. You haven't seen that loose. We're going to bring you Russian Demantoids, not just the 373, but I've got 2 other choices for you that are really, really, really affordable. This is one of the most, I would say, easily one of the rarest stones in the world, but it's also going to get a beautiful, beautiful clarity, a beautiful variety, a beautiful dispersion, all that exotic nature, and they are jewelry worthy as well because of their durability. I have 2 Paraibas to show you. I just picked out the best ones because most Paraibas, there have never been a lot of them in our loose stone shows because it's not like we have an abundance, right? So generally they go into jewelry, right? But I have 2 stones that are worth sharing with you loose, a 245, a 211. They're incredibly clean. So those are going to be coming up for you, and list goes on and on. We even have Mahenges. We haven't had those loose either. And that really is another one of those highly collectible stones that, you know, if you're just a gem collector or you are looking to make your own jewelry. I mean, I've worked with so many of you through the years that have been long making your own jewelry long before jewelry networks like ours existed, right? So this is a perfect time to be shopping for those collectibles to put into jewelry, just to save and collect, to gift as well. These are really your options. So we got a lot. Plus the return of, because it's been a while since we've seen them, we're busy already on the phone lines. If you've never shopped with us before and you are that gem collector, you're going, yeah, that's right. Where have gems been? I remember Lauren Blair selling gems 3 times a week for 6 years straight back in the day. And I'll tell you why you don't see them anymore on TV really loose is because there really aren't that many collectible loose stones anymore as a whole. Not like there was 10 years ago, 15 years ago. That sounds crazy, right? But when you're dealing with rare exotics like we had, there are actually very few opportunities to get that better quality. But also there's a lot of people who have gems that aren't just, they're not selling them anymore. They're keeping them for their own collection like you can do with these stones here tonight. So it's going to be a blast. I hope you'll get registered with us if you are a gem collector, if you want to get into the business or the gem collecting world, or maybe you are in our business and you're going, yeah, I'm making all my jewelry myself. I'm going to take those rare stones that TVON has hand selected out of our private collection and bring them to you here. So we can never see a 50 carat Tanzanite in jewelry, but we're going to see one here tonight. So that's what's exciting. We have a little more variety to bring you fancy cuts. We have a little more option to bring you those big collectible sizes where you're either going to put it in your collection or you're going to make it into your own jewelry, whatever you wish. But there's a few surprises here in semi-precious as well. Amethyst is here, topaz is here, Ametrine is on the way, and that return of our most favorite, most popular diamond we've ever brought in loose before, which were our 30-point VSers. I get emails every single day of folks that are literally have bought those in the past, and they're showing and sharing what they've made. So they're really excited to bring those back. It's been a while since they were here because that was on one of our early gem show nights a while back. So we're bringing back the 30 pointers. They are limited, but we've got an incredible value. I still think it's our best diamond value that we've brought to you all together. So are you ready to get started? We've got an amazing show. If you have requests, you can always get those in, and we'll do our best to bring those out. But I'll tell you, turquoise is here. It's a different kind of show because we kind of go from like, we kind of jaunt across the world with our gem varieties, but we also kind of don't stay long in one section. So you might see like there's only like one of everything here. So it's definitely a challenge to kind of transition from one to another, but that's why hopefully you can stay with us for the duration and see it all. So if there's anything, again, you want to see sooner rather than later, maybe you got somewhere to be, you let me know, we'll help you out. But I've got quite the plan here for you. So I hope you'll just sit back and enjoy it. If there's something you can't live without, the values are going to be right on. So this is really where, again, if you're going, yeah, finished jewelry is something I don't need, I just like the gems to collect, here's your show. And again, bigger stones we've never seen on the air before, like our 50 carat. I can't wait to bring you the 50 carat Astrocut Tanzanite. And I keep saying 50, it's a 4766, so really close to 50. And then we've got our 29, 26 round. Those are my bigger Tanzanites we'll have. And I know ever since I was here on a Monday night recently, and I sold it was a 38 carat stone, and ever since then, a lot of people thought that was going to stick around forever, and then it sold. And so ever since, we've had a lot of people asking for a lot of those bigger Tanzanites. So I'm so pleased that we have two here tonight, and then we'll get something for everybody, okay, with an affordable round. But let's get started. Actually, this might look like a blue wing black D. It's actually a really beautiful, high quality amethyst that I thought we'd start with here as something kind of rare and unique in every single respect. And this is item number 5809. So like I said, we'll jump around. So that's where I, again, stay with us, because if you're going, yeah, I'm not an amethyst, well, stick around, because in about 2 minutes, we're going to be on to a completely different stone. And we do that really for 3 hours. So I'll tell you, usually I don't sleep. Usually after a gem night, I've done a few of them here, and I'll tell you, they are exhausting. So I'm looking forward to a good night's sleep later tonight, because I know we're going to be busy, and it's going to be hectic, and it's going to be back and forth. So here's 5809, and we're starting with just my only amethyst for a while, because we do actually have a round later, but this is such a fantastic cut. It's actually an 89.5 carat. Now, for a lot of people that have said to me, well, a lot of our audience, because most of what we've ever done for 6 years running is jewelry, right? So a lot of my jewelry gals say, oh my gosh, where's the jewelry? I mean, who buys loose stones? Well, this is the biggest collectible in the world, and that's really important. And think about it this way. There's so much you can do, from collecting your rare stones, keeping them in your own personal collection, to, lending them out to museums with stones like we have here tonight, or make your own jewelry, or just, again, keep for that family collection, because this is really where you're about to see some of the most highly collectible stones in the world. I'm going to show you prizes of the gem world that I've never had the opportunity. Wait till you see this Demantoid. It is absolutely incredible. So let's talk 89 carats 50 in a super fancy cut Brazilian amethyst. This is that superstar rich, amazing color that we love, that's going to show you blues and reds and purples and all together. But what is always really interesting is seeing this from a different perspective, because this stone, which actually has a millimeter size, I have millimeter sizes, excuse me guys, excuse me, I'm just like, oh my gosh, just need a little water there. So this is where we're going to get you 24 by 37.8. I've got millimeter sizes on everything, so that if you do need a little bit of guidance as to what we can make or what you can make in jewelry. And by the way, that's another thing, since we are a manufacturer, we can help you along the process. If you have an idea, if you need even a little help with that concept of how to set these pieces up, that is something we've been doing a lot with our gem collectors, is actually helping them along the way to make and create jewelry at a great value as well. So don't ever fear if you're going, I would love to, I can envision something now for this 89 carat. Let me show it on my hand here for a minute, because this is really not even, I wouldn't even say tweezer appropriate, because it's so large, but that gives you a little size perspective there. I'm going to try it with the tweezers, because I'm brave that way. So let's see. I don't know about north to south, but definitely east to west, so we can hold it up for you here so you can see it back up close. I'm not going to risk dropping it. Look at that. That's a really cool piece. At least you can see this fancy cutting that's almost like a interesting style of a fancy cut here, in that if you actually count up the sides, you have the two on each side, at the long point there. And then you really have 3 on each side beyond that. So there are really, when you look at it here, 4 sides east and west, or really to the long sides there. And then you've got the other sides there. And so it's a really beautiful, again, that's a rich, stunning amethyst. We have one only. And this is the only one of the fancy cuts on the amethyst. We're going to bring you a cushion a little later that's really nice. And it's just, again, something, okay, I'm going to try it, Tony. Let's put it on the hand like this. And then imagine it on the neckline, because I'm seeing this like an elongated north to south fashion as a pendant. That would be really stunning. If you wanted to go that route, you could. But this is just helpful because, you know, it's always going to be on a wheel. It's harder to grasp the size perspective when you see it on just a wheel by itself. So I like to show you against the hand. If, you know, millimeter sizes rarely are going to get up to like 24 by 38. So that's where I just like to show you all the perspectives there. But how about a one only opportunity on a really, really rare stone as we see it there. And you know what? It's that gem of gems. You see the blue flashes, you see the pinks and reds. I just like to look at this from a simple perspective of, if this were a 1 carat stone, it would not be unusual to see $100 a carat. But keep in mind what that, where would that take us really? When you're talking about an 89.5 carat, it'd take you to $8,950. What we're going to do instead, and that's a great value. There's a lot of amethyst going around out there for $100 a carat. Not unusual to see that at all. We're excited. We're proud. We're bringing you values like we always do. Just again, sometimes too, I think with jewelry being where it is now, with gold and diamonds doing what they're doing, it's nice to have that opportunity to just get the stone for whatever purpose you need. And this is not $89.50, and it's not even half of that price. I mean, right now we're talking about $4,500, an incredible half off sale. Because if you get a gem at half off, there's something good happening right now. Gems are all on the rise. Everything is. We're not making it $4,000 or $3,000 or $2,000. I just thought we'd start with the biggest stone of the night. That's how we're working here. That is by far the largest gem that I've got, maybe in the inventory. Forget about the night. It might be the entire inventory overall, when we're not even going to see it for $2,000 or $1,999. Huge opportunity, great value. We'll blow it out. Somebody who's a collector might really enjoy this, or maybe that's your favorite stone and you want to have a paperweight, or better yet, set it up in jewelry. Why not? There's nothing that says that can't be a really stunning brooch or a big, big, big pendant or a great slide. Instead of 19, not even that. And this is it. We're going to be moving around, kind of, that's the beauty of this show, is like, you know, from one rare stone to another, we just bounce, bounce, bounce. And so you're always going to see something different and new. And we're going to show you what we can do on an 89 carat and a half. I think it's pretty good already. I'll make it even better. Not 19 or 18, $17.99, still too much. We're going to welcome you back to gems in a big, big way here and make it $1,699, and that is it. So first caller, $16.99. That's all we've got in one very incredible, like nobody else is going to have that stone in the world, and that's the beauty of it. We got a lot of one-onlys. I've got Mahenges, 2 Mahenges. When we talk about I've got Mahenges, I've got 2, literally 2 stones. And then I've got 3 Tanzanites, and I've got 1 ruby, and I've got 1 turquoise. So it's going to be a little bit of a mix, but they're very limited, just like we see so often in jewelry. So we'll give that 30 seconds, and then we're on our way. I just thought, let's start with the big blazing stone there. That's so amazing. And then we've got the 47 carat 66 coming your way. That's an Asher cut blue wing. Yeah, it's still blue wing too. And again, first look at black diamonds, first look at Sleeping Beauty, first look at rubies all tonight, and our first look at Russian Demantoids. And the big one is amazing. So you can just, rest assured, you're going to see the biggest, most important Russian Demantoid you've likely ever seen, whether it's even a photograph. You know, it's one thing to see really rare exotic stones in person. It's another thing entirely when you see one in the flesh. Like, we can sometimes look things up in the World Wide Web that we live in. You know, you got access to everything virtually. You very rarely would even see a photograph of something like we're going to bring you in Russian Demantoid. So it's going to be fun. Let's get to it, guys. We got a really special Sleeping Beauty. I know that's going to be really popular. We can't keep them in stock in jewelry. I don't imagine we're going to be able to do that in gems either. And then that's the $16.99. All right, so let me show this to you, because we have 1 Mahenge here to get you right now. And this is 1 stunning trillion cut stone, 7221. And this is just wild. Let's zoom in a little bit, because obviously not everything's going to be 89 carats. So here's what we'll do. We'll come on in and take a close-up look. I'm a one-man band up here, a one-woman show. So, you know, give me some leeway, guys, on I'll be zooming in and out all night long and doing the tweezing and all this stuff. So that is just absolutely fantastic, perfect Mahenge. I've got, again, 2 Mahenges. So we'll show them consecutively here. We'll start with the big trillion, which is just magical. Sometimes there are stones here, and really the theme of the gem nights are really about almost what was even too important for jewelry, which sounds weird, but there are some just ultimate museum collectible stones that don't even make it into jewelry, that they're just too large, like the amethyst for what we typically do, or they've been in the private collection and we decide to really showcase our best of the best in collector stones on the air here on a rare Thursday night. So this is 7221. It's our carat 15 trillion cut Mahenge. It is the only trillion. What I have after this is an oval. So keep that in mind. This is really just bringing out what we know of as a neon stone out of Tanzania, but it's also going to be our millimeter size on this one is this is the one I needed to measure because it says 12. It's not a 12. I don't know who was measuring these stones earlier, but I'll blame it on the millimeter gauge. Maybe they were using a digital millimeter gauge. Let me just go ahead and get your millimeter size on this one, because I was noticing some of these millimeter sizes are just a bit off. This one's not 12 millimeters, but it is 6.5. So that makes more sense. And we're going to show you here what we can do for this one. Just a one only here on this gorgeous trillion. Again, there's something special about, you can take a stone that's not inherently neon and cut it in a trillion and it looks a little more so. And Joyce, will you do that? So change that in the system so we don't have to do it later. Thank you. It's not 12 millimeters, it's 6.5. So just a quick little, let's just adjust that now. I think that's the only other one that I needed amended. I think I did everything else before the show. But here we go with our trillion cut. You know what I'll do is I'll reach around, coming even a little closer. But as I do that, this is actually me blocking the light, because I'm reaching across the wheel here and our mechanisms to zoom that camera in. And did you see how when I do that and my head goes under the light, not only am I getting a really nice warming sensation and my hair is starting to singe, but also it really is that neon. So you see that? Let me block the light again. Hey, it's really easy. But do you see what just happened? That stone just got more intense. That's what we're talking about. Do you see how everything got kind of dark behind it? It looks like a thundercloud just came, and now it's full light, sun's back out, but that stone looks bigger in lesser light, or it looks more, when I say bigger, bolder color, more neon. I've got one only. Actually, I don't think I'll need this wheel for the rest of the night to spin because I'm going to hold everything. But it's a really special Mahenge, and we're going to blow it out. That's a one only. Call us early if you want the Mahenge. What normally would be, because the carats, anything a carat or above gets really pricey in this stone that had very small baby crystal sizes, and yet we're going to blow it out for you. This is going to be, wow, $7,059 was the price tag. Doing a lot better for you here tonight. That's the idea. Move everything we can. I know it's a bit of a shock to see gems. It's been a while and we didn't get a chance to give it too much heads up or promotion. So I'm going to make this really fantastic. And every value is just crashing on down. We're going to, let's just bring this to a blowout and we'll make it a lot less than even $5,000 or $4,000. And this is that really rare trillion. I've only had one in jewelry ever and it flew. So it's really exciting to bring that kind of liveliness and just a really special stone here. Under 4, under 3, under 2. We're making this a really big deal when it's a big deal stone. And that just about, when you got a stone that's like a literal big deal where it needs to be that bigger, higher end price tag and it comes down like this, that's when you've got jackpot scenario here. It's not even 19, 18, 17. We're going to blow it out. $16.99 is your price tag for that. Will be our largest of the Mahenges of the evening and the only trillion we've got. And this is out of Tanzania, was mined out a long time ago. It was relatively, we're talking about a very new discovery. In 2007 was the first time we ever saw this kind of spinel out of Tanzania. So it's really important. And it's only $16.99. First caller on that one, then we'll get to our oval here coming up, which is really perfect for jewelry. Although this is still a great size that's going to fit into either, if you were talking mountings, it'd be either 6 or 7. Obviously couldn't do earrings out of them, given that there's only one, but you certainly could make a really gorgeous ring. And let me go ahead and I'm bothered by, there's a little smudge on one of the very edges of the crown facets. So I'm just going to make sure, these are really close-up viewpoints here when we just got the stone all on its own, but see how much better that looks now? So again, got the little smudge off of it. We're good to go. $1,699. That one is sold. And let's get to our fabulous oval. And then again, that'll be it on Mahenges. So item number coming up is 7220, and that'll be our oval. Now, the truth is, this is really actually a classic standard calibrated, what we call a calibrated size, since we don't get to touch on this all that often, not having gems nearly as often as we have jewelry, which is every other day. We've got this really special calibrated size means these are standard mounting settings. So basically when it falls into an exact where you've got, and I'll tell you why Mahenges are rare and calibrated as well. Let me go ahead and get my smaller tweezers out. Sometimes I'll just switch them out. So we really, again, the objective here is to show you all stone, no tweezers, and really give you the look close up of that gem. But do you see what I mean about just clarity, but also that calibrated size? Why that makes a lot of sense is that it's one of those more standard sizes. So when you see, if you are looking at semi-mounts out and about, or if you are working with a jeweler even, it's a lot easier to find mountings that'll work when it's, in this example, a 5x7 calibrated on this carat 03. So that's really the beauty of it, is you've got that carat 03 5x7, so that's calibrated, so that really is one of those more standard. When you see 5x7, 6x8, 7x9, those are really calibrated oval sizes that are much easier to find when you're talking about, you know, setting up in jewelry. Obviously, there's always custom pieces. These are the diamond tweezers, so they might, I was getting a little, you know, I was really getting hopeful. I don't have a lot of tweezers that are in between the bigger and the smaller, so we'll work with it here as best we can, because again, this is really just about a really special way to show that stone. But you know what we'll do here really quickly is just give this one a great, great home, and that's going to be how we roll here with these bright Mahenges. I mean, they're, again, bright color, pink or red. It really is a mix of the both, but when you have that neon pink, sometimes in certain lights, let me block that light again for you and show you how it just becomes more neon. That's really the idea with the stone. Neon is actually more than just a descriptor. It's actually a definitive, really a category for a gem, like Paraibas and like blue wing block Ds that we have are neon, because that means they have the ability to be a brighter, richer color, and they tend to glow more. Now, when we say glow, like they don't literally glow, okay? If anybody ever says like it literally glows, the gems don't do that. These are not like, you know, you're not at a rave, you know, and bought this like $5 thing that you're wearing around your neckline, like, you know, where you're, you know, when the lights shut off, your friends can find you. It's not like that. They don't glow. They don't like literally glow with no light. They literally do glow with lesser light, though. They're going to give you more of that color. So that richness and that intensity of the stone, it comes out more prominently when it's in lesser light, which is just a very odd thing for a gemstone, because normally gemstones, it's why I stand up here 3 hours a day in like the brightest spotlights you've ever seen, is because gems usually need that and like that. To show off every little nuance of a diamond or of other gems, you need all the light in the world, like you're standing on the surface of the sun. Mahenges, Tanzanites, Paraibas, they really prefer a lesser light to show off their very best. And that's what neon is really all about. So it's a rare category to get a gem in. We're going to make it a lot less. And here's that calibrated size, which makes it really affordable. We're not going to do $16.99, even though it should be. This is technically a few points smaller than our last. So we're going to knock down the price a little bit more than $16.99, which is where our trillion went. We'll make it less than $15.99, and we'll take it less than even $1,555. This is still over 1 carat. Always tough to get in the Mahenge world. It is our final Mahenge of the night. I wish I had more, but this is, again, Mother Nature we're working with. So you can't blame anybody but Mother Nature. And this is what also makes the stone so beloved and so special and so sought after, is that there aren't a billion of them everywhere. You know, you don't walk into a jewelry store and see Mahenge spinels, and you might see spinels, but they might be out of Burma and have a much like dingier, lighter pastel color. This is really in a league of its own, and we're not even making it $1,555. We'll make it $1,499. If you would like the oval Mahenge spinel right now at $1,499, that's it. So a really quick opportunity here. It's amazing, and that's our last one. That's all we've got in the Mahenges in loose. So love that they're over a carat. I do love that, because that's always rare and unique to see and to find, are those 1 carat plusers that we so love, and you got it going on right here. Thank you so much. We'll give that 30 seconds, and then I don't know, you guys want to see that Demantoid? What should we do? Wait till everyone's here. I've got to show it to you. If we have a collector out there, and I know we do, you guys don't miss those gemstone nights, right? We've got our largest ever Russian Demantoid, and actually, I want everyone to stick around, because maybe not everyone can afford a few $1 million stone, but guess what? There is the most prominent, the horsetail inclusion we always talk about. This 373 is so large, it makes that horsetail inclusion that we're always speaking of, but you never really see. It makes it so prominent. You're going to see it all on the air. So that's really exciting because you get to see what that is all about. And that's really what, of course, really makes this stone super, super exotic. So we'll talk about that and let's get to it. Are you ready for turquoise or do you want to see black diamonds? We've got black diamonds on the way as well. Don't forget about our big ruby deal. And then I'm going to show you smaller Russian Demantoid. So we'll probably kick that off right around the top of the hour. Let me know if you'd like that oval. And then here is, I thought this would be fun. Because I bet you a lot of people are intrigued by the beginning of the show just hearing that there's a nearly 50 karat blue wing block D. Well, 7226 is next. And this is going to be, this is where we say we usually need a salad tong to hold a stone like this. Check this out. And I know we'll need to zoom back. This is it. The largest blue wing block D that I have in a loose stone for you. Faceted to perfection, and check it out. That is, oh yeah, we're not joking around tonight. We've got a 4766 blue wing block D Asher cut. What do you think of that? With walls of red coming through. Think a stone's gonna get less saturated the bigger it gets? Not here. And it's a 19, I'm gonna check that. I mean, it looks about right, but I'm gonna check. 19 millimeters. 47 carats plus. I mean, an Asher cut, which is super, super rare. It's so funny. There's a really, look at that. Look at that from the sides. Check out the reds through the body of the stone. Come on now, look at that. So as I turn it, you think, oh, wow, that's blue, right? That's purple, that's blue, wait a minute, I see all the reds. Could you think of a better example and a better way to show off the reds? Watch the sides, though. Watch the depth. That's what's called the pavilion of the stone. Look at this from all the angles and notice the reds that are happening from every single, whether it's deep, deep, deep inside the center of the stone, whether it's way out to the very, very edge, no matter what angle we show this, it even has reds that are flashing. How often have you seen this, guys? Like a red, it looks like a thermometer. You ever seen the world's largest thermometer? It's in the Mojave Desert. Yeah, Death Valley on the way from like Los Angeles to Vegas is a really good time to see it. That's what this is reminding me of. And you know that thermometer is probably, probably this week, it's probably going up and over the thermometer, right? It's been, 115 out there, 120 out there. Look at the reds through, have you ever seen this? Through the pavilion of the stone like that? And look at this through the entirety of the back. This is the complete, we're looking straight through the back like Q-lit forward here. And forgive all the smudges here. I mean, it's just like, just needs a bath here. But look at this. What a stunner of a, see, I can only get so many angles because the Q-lit's so deep. Look at this. I'm trying to maneuver this every single last way. And then you just, oh my goodness, come on. It'd be exciting to see that in a 5 carat, a 10 carat. And do you see what's happening now? Row after row after row. There it is. Special effects? Nope. We may not be far from Hollywood, but make no mistake, we don't broadcast in Hollywood. This is just the stone and Mother Nature's beauty here and rarity together. What do you think of this? Collector, this is it. Let me let it spin here for a moment. And let's just let's let like another angle, because I can't do that in the tweezers because it's so much depth. But now you see even another, look at that. Just absolute showpiece here. And a lot of you, I've asked a lot of people to just hang out with us to see pieces you've never seen before, to see pieces you've never actually thought you'd see before. What if we make it affordable enough to where a collector can say, yes, please. That angle actually is the right angle without me even having to move it to see every single consecutive facet built all the way through it that shows off red. Not a little eensy weensy teensy beensy bit, it's red. Big old flashes and walls of red in this incredible stone. And if you're thinking, what am I gonna do with a 50 karat Tanzanite? Well, it can really be set any way you want it, or just collect it for the rarity that this is, because it's also the very best Tanzanite that's ever been mined. This is still part of our Blue Wing Block D collection. I've told you we've had a couple of pieces of rough that we have in the actual, in our ownership that can be, 300 carats of rough, but very rarely do you actually see those faceted to a perfection grade like this, where it's just so spot on. Being trichroic as it is, remember, it's a very tricky stone to facet. You can even start with the best material in the world, but if there's a misstep or which I kind of like a misstep because there are step facets in this Asher. But if there's a little miscalculation or a little bit of just any improper or less than perfect cutting by your lapidary, it can really change, where even the best material in the world might not actually maintain that, God-given Mother Nature color. So that's really important here, is that this is just perfection in cutting as well. So shout out to the lapidary, because that really is a big part of this equation. And to make this affordable like we're going to make it, where there is, and you get the idea here with a 50 carat stone. I mean, why wouldn't it be $200,000? Why wouldn't it be $500,000? Really, the sky's the limit. I mean, we're used to having really big values on the best Tanzanite in the world. So there's no doubt we're bringing that tonight on our biggest stone here that is faceted. We've got rough, a few pieces of rough that are larger, but they're not faceted. I don't even know if they ever will be. Or if they are, probably likely they're going to be faceted into maybe just a little bit more of a smaller stone, right? A lot of smaller stones as opposed to one huge stone like this. I mean, that really is a big deal. And when we take a look at this, keep in mind, there is a value that's better than 500,000, or even if we just go, I mean, think about this. When everybody else commercially, I mean, Vegas just wrapped up. It's a big trade show. You see a lot of wholesale pricing, okay? There was Tanzanite that was block C, regular old basic material, and it's going for 2,000 a carat. So if we even applied that, there's 100 grand, right? And we're not doing that. This is the best in the world. It's not block C. Look at the colors coming through. And then you'll see it on my hand here. We'll show it to you. But you know what we're going to do here right now? It's getting a home. And then we have a round coming up, which is about 30 carats. So stick around, that's coming up next. And then we have another round that's going to be for everybody. But this is not $100,000. And if we did just a mere $1,000 a carat, that'd be still $47,660. I'm not doing that either. And that's the beauty of this value, is that we are truly, no matter, so it's the biggest faceted stone we have. Shouldn't it get a premium price tag per carat? It should, but it's not. And by the way, look at this from a distance on the hand. I'm going to show you a little size perspective here, because this is really important. That's what it would look like. Yeah, probably too big for a ring. I mean, probably. Pendant? Yes. Just collectible? Yes. It's not even $47,000. Any lower, quite frankly, you got yourselves a deal. It's not $47,000. It's not even $40,000. It is not going to be, and this is what is so stunning, and this really is a feasible deal for a collector out there. They don't get much bigger or bolder than this is right here, especially in Blue Wing. We know that because that's our largest. And you know what we'll do? Not even going to ask for 40 or even 30 or even $29,000. This is a huge value. And I think that, again, I know we're all privileged to see this, but this seriously could be the biggest value in Tanzanite we've ever had. 1 carat, 10 carat, 20 carat, or any other. This is where it is at. And look at that. Just as I move it to different angles, watch how that light, it actually penetrates the stone and it reflects back in these amazing red flashes. I'm not even going to, and let me polish it one more time here because it is getting its close up here. And we need it to look its best. When you're going to get it down to a level like you are, you've got an opportunity of a lifetime here. There's obviously only the one. There again, there's all that. Wow, just look at that. Fascinating. Just like a staircase. It really just, look at this. I mean, come on. This is crazy. That's the stone itself. And remember what I was saying, because it's true. It looks even better in person than it does on TV, and it's not even $25,000. We're getting this a home here tonight. And it's not even going to be 25, 24, I know, any lower. And I'm just, quite frankly, not even doing the stone justice. It should be more. I agree. When you get rarity, when you have something nobody else in the world has, you ask your price. Name your price, right? And hold to it, because if nobody else has it, if there's no other really going rate, right? How do we establish retail values? Based on what's out in retail. Is that in retail? No. And it's not 24,000. Let me tell you, this is the best we've ever had in Blue Wing Block D. We're all just treated to a total light show here. But you know, it is a collector's piece that needs a great home. That's why we're bringing it to you here tonight. I can't get over what I'm seeing now. Now it's like the reds turned into like a neon blue-green. I'm not making it 24 or 23 or 22,000. Try it out. Get this one, either collect it, appraise it, set it into jewelry, put it on loan to a museum under your name. But you know what? We won't even take credit. You don't even have to give TVON a credit. It's your stone. But it's not even $22,000 or 21. This is as obscene as a value gets, but we are clearly motivated to move it to you, get it from our private collection to yours. I'll make it $19,999, and that is of value. Arguably the biggest we've ever seen here in all the years of gems and jewelry together is that stone right there. I mean, there's no other way about it. You just got a beautiful, I mean, that's beautiful, right? But it's also crazy rare, and nobody else has got it. So for under $20,000, you're getting a 47 karat 66. Absolutely amazing, isn't it? It really is. That's just unheard of. You just don't see that. We don't even see that kind of per carat level on our smaller stones. That's what's so amazing. A bigger stone should be more. Our biggest ever should be more. Our largest to this point in jewelry on the air has been what, about 20 carats. So this is even more than double that. And you've got a $19,999 price tag. Let me show you the 29 carat as we are verifying and thinking about that one. Of course, that one will go tonight because we have enough collectors. The thing is that we actually have more collectors out there than we have big blue wings of this size, obviously that being our only one. But I'm going to show you a round that also, this is going to be, get ready, like seriously brace yourself here, because 7225, I mean, we're going to take all that beautiful blue wing saturation and neon and red and bring it out in a round. What is happening here? Look at this, and there again, that's actually a better show of the color there when I block all that light. This is going to be 7225. This is the 2926 round, so almost 30 carats in size. The millimeter size on this one is not much different from the Asher, actually, for being that's why I got to check that. I'm going to double check that now that I don't, that I've got something else to show you here, because this is showing 18 millimeters, so that's why I want to check that Asher, because that does look a bit bigger. So 18 millimeters in the round here. Let's get you a great value here. I'm going to set this down and let's just see what this looks like when it's got some movement at this right angle, so you see directly into that stone. What do you think? What do you think? Pretty cool, right? All Portuguese cutting on this one. I can't believe it. I've got that Asher cut sitting upside down, and it's still just solid red. And that was 19 millimeters on the Asher cut, so I just double checked that. Here's what we're going to do on this one for you, but again, has so much of that depth to the stone, which is where that red saturation and red flash comes from. This round is going to be on the way out. I tell you what, obviously got to go less than $19,999 since it's a smaller size, but I'll tell you, it's going to be a value. And if you're looking for one of our biggest and boldest and best, here again, look at this up front with the tweezers here, so you can really just directly look inside. I'm going to actually show you the back of that stone as well, so you can see that you're really, this is why we get all excited about Portuguese cut rounds. You see it really well there. All that beauty you get from when you look at the face of the stone, this is how it's created in the way those facets overlap. Stick with us. We've got plenty of affordable for you. I'm going to make this one, you know what? We've got one more Tanzanite after this that is affordable. I will show it on the hand. I just want to get that little spot off of it. Now, here's what we'll do. We'll do $11,999. And here it is on the hand for another look at that size perspective. This actually could be a ring, I think. I really do. I think that could be a feasible ring if you wanted just that incredible wow factor of around there. I think that would work really, really well as a ring if you've got, you know, the real estate to do it. Obviously, under $12,000 for an extremely important wasteful cut here. The Ashers are as well, but the rounds even more so. And then we've got one for everybody. So that the Blue Wing Black D is going to be in every price category for everybody. We'll give this a final 30 seconds. Call us on the Asher. Honestly, the Asher is the better value. I mean, to spend under 20 and to get almost 48 carats in a stone is pretty impressive. And there's that red. You see that? That's the, man, Tony, you got the camera in just the right spot, because it's that perfect angle where, again, I don't even need to hold it for you, and you see everything that's beautiful about the stone, everything that's rare, everything that makes a Blue Wing Block D separate from all the other stones out there. And there it is, $11,999 now for our last Tanzanite, and something that really works for everybody coming up is a round that's 7224. But I mean, these are just really the absolute best of the best we're bringing out tonight. But we, again, whenever we can, we're going to bring you something for everybody. Now that you've admired the bigger stones, the biggest ones we have, time to get everybody a stone that's going to be, well, not everybody, because I've only got a couple, but we're going to bring you a much more affordable price point. Same color, same size, same size, let me say same cut, same shape, same coloring, with the red still coming on through. This time we're talking about 2 carat 29. So perfect for, let's say, earrings, a ring, a pendant. Here's what I would do. Sometimes for jewelry, folks, when you've got a match parcel like this where there's a couple stones that are identical, it's that perfect time to get a set of 4, because then you can get your whole set. You would, meaning like in jewelry terms, a whole suite would be 1 for a ring, 1 for a pendant, 2 for earrings, and then you have everything matched together. So that really works well. Here's what we're going to do. Great millimeter size on this one. So you've got an option here for jewelry. Really makes it easy when you've got an actual calibrated round, because rounds can be calibrated as well. So when you're getting a set millimeter size like these are, it makes it really easy for all of your jewelers or for yourself to design around. Take a look at this. We're going to get you great value here on a, this one's going to be our 9 millimeter. So still a great size. We'll show it to you on the hand here coming up. And instead of, how about this one? Going out really, really quickly here for you. And don't forget that Mahenge oval still here if you'd like it. The Asher cut verifying, of course, on the Blue Wing Block D. That's a mega stone. And then here we go with the fabulous round. And it's our 9 millimeter. So really easy for jewelry, but still a great size. And I'm not even going to ask for a $19.99 price tag. Here's what it looks like. Look at that. Face up. You get all those red flashes still. And then here we go with it on the hand here. Look at this. That's why I say, now that, anybody else think that looks bigger than even a 2 carat 29? That's the beauty of this round. When you get a blue wing like this, in the round like you see here, it really shows a nice bigger look, doesn't it? And you see that here when it's on the hand. I mean, that would be great. Now, it could be a, again, pendant piece, could be a really large button style earring for you as well, but it's not going to be $19.99. Let's get everybody a blue wing, especially when we're coming off a round and we're seeing another round. So that's really exciting to be able to get another one of those Portuguese cuts, seeing the red flashes you do here. And top of the hour is only 19 minutes. We're going to see that big Russian Demantoid and get that one at home as well. But this is not even going to be $19.99 or $9.99. We're getting it under $1,000. This way, my hope is that you can get a couple of them, right? Try this Blue Wing Block D, do what you wish, what you need, collect it, or better yet, even gift it to those folks that maybe don't have access to TVON, but you know they're a gem lover or a gem collector, or maybe they're a budding jewelry designer and you want to treat them to the best Tanzanite in the world. This is not even $9.99 or $8.99 to get you a 9 millimeter blue wing that's got the strength of color that all the big ones had as well. And you've got a chance to pick it up right here, right now, and make it super easy, because guess what? It's only $888 for the big round here in that 9 millimeter size that is just going to be perfect for the rings, the pendants, the earrings. I mean, what other stone is going to work for all of those, where it's big enough to be a center stone in a ring, but still compact enough to be a big earring as well? That's all here in this fabulous idea. And it's $888. We'll give it 60 seconds. We got to run. We have black diamonds for the first time ever loose. We don't even see them very often in jewelry, do we? Not nearly enough. And we've got them for you here tonight. Looking forward to bringing you black diamonds. It's really always just a challenge to find the right quality in a black diamond. So we're really excited to have those for you. There again, there's a little look with the baby tweezers there, so you can really see the entire perimeter of that stone. 1 gone already, 2 gone, actually, so 3 gone now in total. Just a couple left with 35 seconds remaining. $888 for a 2 carat 29 Blue Wing Block D, and that way you've got full freedom to just collect, keep it, or set it how you wish. But that's really where I love that so many of you get so creative with your own design ideas. And as much as we love to bring you new everyday and designs, that this really opens it up to really getting, you know, what exactly you're looking to make or create with your jewelry, but that same amazing quality. And $888 gets it home to you. All right, so big diamonds coming up. We've got our last look at the 30 pointers coming up here in a little bit. Also our ruby. There's only 1 ruby selection in the evening, but it is, and I said, I made a stink because I'm like, why is there only 1 ruby? Like, it's Burma ruby. We only have 1. We're going to bring rubies for the first time ever loose. And they're like, look at the quality. And I'm going, oh, we're not just bringing any old ruby. We're bringing a perfect, clarity clean, glowing Burma. Let's show it to you next. 7219 coming up for you. Let's talk Burma here for a moment, because this has been one of the bigger challenges in the entire gem world for the last couple of decades. Has been not ruby as a whole. Ruby comes from a lot of places. I mean, just about every continent in the world produces ruby, not Antarctica, okay? Don't get it, but everyone else. I mean, really, there's ruby from all over, different points of the globe. But every single one has a very distinct and different quality level to it. And what you're probably looking for now that you're, used to seeing the best of the best. And we don't even have that much frequency in rubies in jewelry, because they are really something we demand the very, very best. Well, when we're not going to set it up in gold with diamonds around it, it's got to be a standalone stone that speaks for itself. We went through, and I'm not kidding, there were probably 2,000 or 3,000 stones we went through to select this one stone. First time ever seeing a Burma ruby loose on the air here at TVON, and it's 7219. That's the number. It is a 1 carat roval, so this has a very special cut, which we really enjoy in a ruby, because it's not going to be just that classic elongated oval, but it's not quite a round, so we can retain the carat weight. The lapidary was really brilliant here, because it's giving you kind of a similar glow that you would get out of a round when you're actually cutting. If you're ever able to see a diamond cut ruby, you know that they have a certain glow to them. But it's very difficult to do that with rubies when the crystal sizes aren't growing large in the first place, and you want to give it that glow and that bright, brilliant factor. Think about it when we've seen Burma rubies in diamond cutting. They're usually just accent stones, 1 or 2 or 3 pointers. It's a much bigger deal to say we've got a fairly good sized crystal here in nature, and we want to still retain that size if we can, which is 1 carat, but we want to give it that extra little, that little oomph in the cutting that gives it that max glow. You see that here. It's 7219. It's an amazing stone, and it's from Burma. And for the last couple of years, we've seen, well, from 2008 to 2016, there was something called the Burma Jade Act. It made these stones impossible. It was like literally federal arrest. If you tried to import these, you were like risking jail time. So it was a huge issue for a lot of those gem dealers. I know personally, I know dealers who actually spent time in jail because they were like, who's going to catch me? And they tried to import Burma stones through and across our borders in the U.S., and they got caught and they paid dearly. And this is where, again, what happened was, besides all that drama, is that for 8 years straight, there were no Burma rubies imported. And then we had a couple years off, and then sure enough, it was, what was it, early 2020, sanctions went back into effect. So you have it's a struggle to get Burma. And that's where, if you're going, so why not just go get something else? Everyone else has other stones, or they don't list it, and they are either, if you ask, they're either Mozambique or Thai, or sometimes they're Vietnamese stones. What's wrong with that? Just go with another. Sounds like a lot of drama to get the Burma. There is such a vast difference between the qualities, and usually a really good seasoned gemologist will know the difference based on sight. You don't even need to do a lot of formal testing. You'll know based on the color you see. There's really only one that's going to give you this look, which is called Pigeon's Blood Red. Let's take a look at this. It's an amazing stone. It just nothing lacks in this ruby. And in a couple of short weeks, it's going to be July, right? And we know that this is the July birthstone, and we are looking at our very finest. That would be 1 angle. Remember, it's a roval stone, so we'll talk about that. This is more upright as far as how that's going to sit. And do you see why we're excited about this stone? Why this is the only one we brought out here tonight in the ruby selection? Because it's a 1 carat private collection. This was in like the, not just a gem box. Sometimes you see a gem box and it's like plastic, it's clear plastic with a little black border. This was in a, I kid you not, guys, a gold-plated box with a lock and a key. It looked like something out of a fairy tale Disney movie, where it was like if you finally made it past the dragon, made it across the moat on the bridge that was, falling as you crossed it. It looks like what would await you in the secret, in the secret door of the castle, right? That you needed a special code to open, right? This is like the box. It was just like, almost like the angels sang when we opened the vault door, and I said, what's in that box? And this was the stone set inside. It is a really special gem here. It's a 5x6, so there's that roval shape again, where if it were a traditional oval, it'd be a 5x7, right? This instead is a 5x6. If it was a round, it'd be a 5x5, right? So a 5 millimeter. This is actually that roval stone, so a little bit more rounded than a traditional oval. It is also going to be our very, very, very best in private collection Burma. Let's take a look. Could be a ring, right? Could be an awesome center stone in a ring. Even, I want you to note, as you see it from this distance away, so far away as we are here, against the hand where light is not able to go through it because I'm basically blocking it from behind, you're still seeing the incredible glow. It is still lively and glowing and bright. Here's what I'm going to do. We've got it listed, and this is what Tony and I were debating over before the show, because he's like, oh, that's a nice ruby. And then I said, look at the price. And he goes, oh, just about keeled over, right? $6,999. I'm going to tell you something. I know this is not, it's been a while since we've done gems at all, but it's been never that we've had loose ruby. My first loose ruby at TVON, I think we need to make this special. I think we need to do something drastic, extreme. Let's go into the red. And I'm not talking just about the color you're seeing there with the glow and the brilliance. I'm talking about our top quality stone. Forget about private collection. I bring those to you all the time in jewelry. This is our top gem ruby out of everything. The case is we had some that were a little larger, carat 40, carat 52, things like that. They didn't have any glow. They were completely opaque, which is traditional for rubies. We had smaller stones, but they're like 3-pointers. They're really accents. What can be giving you everything where it's big enough to be a beautiful centerpiece in a piece of jewelry, or just your ultimate collectible for, you know, your own museum? Oh, look at that. Look at that perfect cutting. So many times rubies are wonky, right? They'll be miscut. They'll have that not like asymmetrical, we call it, but it's basically a culet that's way off center to one side or another. This is perfection in cutting. Even the back is polished, where at the bottom there, do you see how the tweezers are reflecting? You see how there's like a part of that pavilion that looks silvery white? That's the tweezer. It's like a mirror polish in the back. You see the glow that's happening behind the stone. There again is that complete clarity and glow that's able to happen. Tony, I'm going to make $69.99 a was price. I'm not supposed to do this. Ask anybody here. I'm not supposed to do this. There's not an auction plan for a gem night, but I feel like we're going to need to do that to make this a done deal. So instead of asking for $7,000 and leaving it there, I'm going to put it on the auction block. And oh, I'm not starting at $6,999 or anywhere near it. I want to get you the best ruby we have. This is not just a regular old ruby. This is what rubies don't typically do. I wish I had a regular stone right now I could put up next to it. You wouldn't even think they're the same stone. It would look brown in comparison, or it would look orangey in comparison. This is that true blue-red pigeon's blood material. I'm not starting at $6,000. I'm no fool. We need callers. We need callers. We kind of sprung on this gemstone show when you least expected it here. So I tell you what, I won't make it $6,000 or $5,000 or $4,000 or $3,000. This is the supreme of all the rubies we have. It didn't even make it into jewelry for all these years. TVON's been operating now for a little while, right? I mean, if I've been here like 5.5 years, now it's been more, so almost 6. And I know it started a little bit before I came, so I'll tell you what, here's what I'll do. We've never brought this out in jewelry. There's a reason. This was meant to stay in the private collection here, which is like our own, you know, divvy out to museum collection. Instead, going out the door to somebody tonight, whoever that will be, I don't know. We're going to find out. It's going to be $2,500 to start. Let's put it on the auction block, see if we got any ruby lovers out there, see if we have any gem collectors out there tonight. How about a shark? Like a gem shark who just looks for those like really superstar deals. Well, this is it. How about $2,000 to start? There's nobody even within, like nobody's even on the phone lines, even kind of mulling it over or thinking about it yet. We're 8 minutes away from showing you the most valuable stone I've ever had the chance to present on TV in 21 years of gems and jewelry. It's a no. It's a no, and it's a no. I'll tell you what, let's go $1,500 to start. 1 carat ruby. They're 20 grand. I say it every day. 20 grand a carat, wholesale. You get a Burma 1 carat, check it. $20,000 a carat. That's a wholesale level. I'm putting it up for $1,500 on our best quality 1 carat stone right here in the Roval cut, ready to be set, ready to be saved, ready to be collected, ready to be gifted. What about July? Do we have any July birthdays out there? We must. We are weeks away from celebrating the month of July with the birthstone of ruby. I have no open at 15. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm not going to even start there. You guys have caught me here. I'm vulnerable. I'm ready to help you own it, but I need callers. And you know what, Tony? We can put up $50 increments. But the challenge here right now is not about the increments. It's about sending out the best ruby that's ever been on this set. This stage, this set, this network, here's our best. And I'm looking and searching for $1,500 to open. Don't have a caller. Let's try something different. I'm not even starting at 15 or 14 or 13 or 12. We're getting into a level here where Tony and I were reminiscing because we used to sell gems together a lot. He was my director. We'd sell them, you know, it was like 3 times a week, every week. We were reminiscing about what Burma rubies went to that were, let's face it, not exactly this grade. You know, they were kind of, you know, we'd have like 100 at a time. People would get 50 at a time to make, you know, bracelets and whatnot. They were smaller. They were, you know, opaque like most rubies are. And we're getting to a level right now in this auction where we'd be looking at, you know, that's about what we sold them about 15, 16 years ago for. Commercial grade rubies. Still Burma, but they didn't look anything like the stone. 1,200, 1,100. Should we just make this a done deal? $1,000 to get it started. The best ruby we have is right here. Think back to what you've seen in even 1 carat, 2 carat, even 3 carat stones we've had. They look black compared to what you're seeing with the reds and the glow that you've got in this stone. So let's see what we got. Take a look at this. I'm going to go ahead. We'll give it 60 seconds to get it started. And yes, that auction says $1,000. It says $1,000. Let's go. $1,000 gets it home if you bid, if you're the only bidder. And guess what? There's no bidders yet. So you might be the only bidder. Who knows? I mean, right? If there was ever a night to bid on an auction, it's this one right now, because let me tell you, we don't have as many gem people. We just don't. I mean, this is just a fact, right? When you do jewelry for whatever, however long TVON's been around, 6 years, 7 years, whatever it's been, and you do jewelry every day, and then you start a gemstone show a few months ago, and then you do like once every, you know, couple of weeks, and now it's been, and we didn't tell you it was coming. I mean, I mentioned it like twice last night, but who was even, you know, paying attention, right? So this is kind of weird, and I'm now desperation looking for $1,000. Do we have it? We have 20 seconds to get the open. We're verifying right now. I hope we've got the open, because this is something absolutely wild. Do I have my fingerprints on it now from just showing it to you from afar? I mean, what a stone, right? What a stone. And we'll worry about the increments if we get the open. Do we have the open at $1,000? Because this is just crazy wild here. And all you need to do is dial in, because there is not a ruby in this world. And I'm going to say it again here. Kevin, we might need you. This is where, again, guys, I'm going to say this, Tony, I know. I've been doing this a long time. I've not had a Burma ruby, even of really so-so quality. I'm going way back. They're not $1,000 a carat. They never are. It's one of the reasons you don't see rubies out and about very often. You don't see them here very often. So this is, it's a good thing it's the only one I've got. Can you imagine? Can you imagine if I had a 50 pointer that was like $5,500 and I'm like, oh, we can't really do, yeah, we got the 1 carat for $1,000. Let's see if we've got the open. I think we've got it. So we're going to be giving it, I think, a very quick clock. And guess what's already here? Top of the hour. I'm going to show you, guys, call your friends, tell your gemstone and jewelry and anybody who likes cool stuff, okay? Whether they collect cars, whether they collect houses, whether they collect islands, whether they just collect stamps. Tell all your friends, because at the top of the hour in 3 minutes, we have the most important stone I've ever presented in my career, gems or jewelry. I was once at an auction about 6 years ago in Carmel, California. I was at an auction. I saw a $65 million Ferrari auctioned off, but I got to be the jewelry representative for all those clientele that were bidding on $50 million exotic cars. And I was there representing jewelry for a major company. And this still tops the rarity of what I was presenting at that weekend many years ago, because I was presenting, you know, 3 carat pink diamonds, 25 carat yellow diamonds. This one tops that. All right, back to the ruby. I'm previewing what's coming up at the top of the hour. Do we have so we have 1,000, right? Okay, so all that jabbering, we got $1,000. Let's do this, Tony. I see 2 minutes to the top of the hour. Let's give it 2 minutes till we sell it. Yes. Oh gosh, it's really, can we do it or can they do it? We can help you do it, or you can do it on your own. I'm just getting the fingerprint off of it. I'm going to get the smaller tweezers. Do you want us we can always help. I said that earlier, Antonio. If you guys ever need help setting something into a piece of jewelry, let me know, because we've worked with a number of clients over the last several months where if you buy a loose gem, even if you don't buy a gem from us, if you buy a gem somewhere else and you need help setting it, we do that all the time. We keep our custom jewelry department very busy, custom making. And by the way, this all ends in a minute, 20 seconds. So come on in, $50 increments. But we do have the $1,000 open. But yes, we can always help you. We can work together. You can, we can bounce back ideas. We can put in one of our mountings if it works. We help you with that. We have a whole team here dedicated to custom designing and helping you do that. So that's always an opportunity. If you buy a stone from us, or even if you have an old one that you bought, from somebody else 10 years ago, we can always help you put those together. It's the beauty of having our own design team and manufacturer and all that. We are at 1,000. We have 50 seconds left. We're looking for 1050 if you want to come in here last second and get this Roval, this unbelievable private collection, super, super clean Roval stone. We'll show you the Demantoid. It's my big one. It's my 373. Coming up at the top of the hour. It's literally 38 seconds away. So looking forward to that. And here we go. Final call on the ruby from Burma. The best right there. Stunning. And it's our last call on this one. Say bye-bye. There's going to go, I think, in 20 seconds. We don't have anybody verifying. It's just the open. That's it. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, my goodness. Next time I'm going to talk nothing about our gym. Next time we do one, I'm just going to have to talk about it for weeks and weeks every day till you're sick of it. So you know that you're not missing pieces like this. Oh my goodness. Okay, big Demantoid coming up. And I'm talking big time, 373. Woo-hoo. And you're going to see what all the fuss is about with this really rare stone. Okay, is it our last? Nobody else? Nope, that's it? You got it? Or no. Nobody's even come into play. It's just the open. Really? How sad for me. Okay, so we're losing some money on that one. I mean, most of what I'm showing you tonight is priceless. And this one, yeah, you don't just, if it's not out there somewhere else, then how do you put a price on it? That one's gone. Congratulations. Enjoy it. Let's talk about something very, very special for our top of the hour. Congratulations on the ruby. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a big moment. It's a big moment for all of us. And this is where, again, for those of you that are just, like most of you, just shopping, like window shopping, just hanging out with us tonight, thank you, by the way. Thank you. That means so much. Because I know we're not really known for our loose gems, but, this is still a new venture for us. But this is why you're here, to see pieces like this. Now, for the collectors who are, relying on TVON to make collectible pieces that you never thought would be feasible to own possible, this is your moment. For those of you that are sitting back, though, kick back, feet up, going, oh, good, I get a night off from shopping because I'm just going to look at loose gems all night. This is the most valuable stone, and it's going to show us all something here that we talk about a lot, but we very rarely get to illustrate. And that is the fact that this stone, which is the original source, the original discovery of this gem. So back in we're talking, a good, 100 years ago, we're talking about stones here out of Russia. That was the original deposit. Nobody even knew this stone existed before that Russian material. Now, since then, there have been a couple other deposits discovered in the world, but they are not the same. And there is one really, really distinguishing factor. Yes, there's an obvious color difference that is neon when you get Russian material and not as neon when it's from Madagascar or Namibia. However, the biggest distinguishing factor is actually something usually the eye cannot see, which is something called, and this was really, again, gemologists are so incredible because through the years of studying gems, you can discover what sometimes makes something different from a certain source. And that's what's so cool about gems, is that whatever the circumstances are in the ground at a certain area, that can really make a difference what's chemically making your gemstone, but also there can be specific nuances in what that part of the world produced that none other did. We just saw it with the ruby. Blue rubies, like blue-red rubies, are only really from Burma. All the other sources have a different secondary color. This is even more distinctive in that it's called a horsetail inclusion. And it's actually, I know, inclusion's very bad word in the gem world. This would be the exception. This would be one of the few exceptions. Because this is where an inclusion, First of all, you don't usually see it. Even with this stone, you're going to see it with the magnification of our cameras. You don't see it in like real life. So I've already looked at it just plain as day with your naked eyes. You don't see the inclusion, but you're going to see what this horsetail inclusion is all about. And I've never seen, when having looked at them under microscopes, as I have had through the years, where normally there's just a little bit of a wispy nature, where there's just one little, maybe one little area where you see something. This is really exciting because it's going to show you plain as day on camera here what this is all about. And that is because, and the reason we've never been able to do this really before is because if it's a half-carat stone, which is big for the world of Demantoid, it's not going to be a large enough stone to show that horsetail inclusion off. You have to get a really big stone. We've even had 1 carats, 170s, 150s. Even those, really the grandest that they get, those don't have a visible horsetail inclusion either on camera. And our cameras provide us with a really great deal of magnification to give you the exact look of it. We're about to show you the single largest stone that we have in Russia Demantoid, where normally you would expect that it's cloudy, it's dingy, it's not the top neon color. Maybe you'd expect that the inclusion's a little too prominent. This stone is everything. It is the perfect color, remembering how rare this is in a big size. A big size of Russian Demantoid, if you're not familiar with it, is like 10 points. 50 pointers are gigantic. 1 carats are usually about where they max out. We're about to show you a 3 carat 73. This is amazing. I know, I cannot even believe I'm saying that. All of these years, and I'm not just like a pop in once a month. Like, I'm here doing this all the time for 21 years. Like every day. I'm like, oh, cushy, now only 5 days a week? Like I used to do 6 and 7. That's a lot of gems and jewelry, guys. That's a lot. I've sold over $1 billion worth of jewelry and gemstones, and it's way over at this point. I mean, way over. I've seen it all. This has never, ever been something that I've seen. You can hardly find a photograph of something that's on par with this. This is really that level. And I'm telling you, we're making it. All that said, this is all just like a lot of ooh and ah, exciting to see something. We're going to make it affordable. There's a collector tonight that will end up owning this stone. It will no longer be ours, where even if you say to me, okay, like, let's do this thing where once a year you bring it out and show it to us. I don't think that's going to be possible. This is really, I still can't believe we're actually putting a price tag on it, let alone the price tag that's on it tonight. So all I'm saying is this, and you know what? If you're a collector and you think, oh, well, I can wait on that, I would actually not be surprised if there is a fight in the phone bank over this stone, because it's extremely, extremely, extremely affordable. We are not, again, there is no comparison. There's no retail value on this. There's no, like, Joe, check out, X, Y, and Z museum. There's nothing else like this, because it's not just the size. It's the clarity. It's how clean it is. It's how bright it is. It's the absolute top level of neon color you ever want. I can't get over what we're about to see. I'm going to show it to you. It's around, of course. Really, Demantoids should be around. They really should. They're not. It's silly to do, because this is that stone known for dispersion, higher than that of a diamond. I really think if we had a 373 diamond right here, honestly, that would probably be, I know it would be more money than this stone. This is so many hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of times more rare than a diamond, and yet you would spend more for a 373 white diamond. And by the way, I could find like 1 billion of those. You need a 373 or a 4 carat or 5 carat or 6 carat or 10 carat diamond, no problem. They're not going anywhere. They're expensive, but they're not hard to find. I can put you in touch with 20 people just in my phone right now who can get you a dozen by tomorrow morning. They're not hard. They're there. They're out there. This is just rare. It's just that simple. Rarest stone I've ever been able to or had the privilege of showing. I'm going to share it with you right now. I can't get over this. 9mm round, the ultimate color. Everything you could want in an exotic gemstone is right here. And I'm going to zoom even closer here for a moment, because this cutter, this lapidary, item number, by the way, is 7230. Let's get that boring stuff out of the way. This is not just a horsetail inclusion. It is a 360-degree horsetail inclusion that is truly 100% centered to that stone. Do you all see it? It's not an inclusion like, oh, people are going to look at it on your hand in a ring and go, oh, look at that dirty stone. You're only seeing it because we are so up close and personal with this stone. We are really, look at this. Look at this. I want to come even closer. Do you see what looks like this kind of like, it follows the lines of the cutting, so it's a little more unique. But do you see how it looks almost like wispy, like a starburst that is centered completely through the center of that table? But do you see how it wisps out from there? That is the horsetail inclusion. And what a good lapidary does is they find it, they know where it is in the rough, and they usually will try to cut it so that it's centered in the stone. I've very rarely seen that accomplished where it's exact. This is exact. So not only is it the 373, not only is it this unbelievable just beacon of brilliance and sparkle, but it is a 9mm, largest I've ever had by far. And keep in mind, it's a lot like diamonds where if you're going, oh, but I've seen a 2 carat on your show, because we've had one before. And you're thinking, so that's just double the size. It's not just double the size. That'd be like saying, oh, there's a 1 carat diamond and there's a 3 carat diamond. They're not the same. And remember that exponential scale that diamonds do? Well, if this is thousands of times more rare than a diamond, keep in mind, it's going to go up exponentially and then exponentially on top of that. That's just how rare a stone we're looking at here. Look at this from the back. There, oh my goodness, there's that horsetail inclusion from the back. Look at that. Really, really interesting stone. Completely museum level. I'm going to show you what we can do here. And bottom line is, I've got 2 other Russian demantoids. That's the good news, meaning 2 other sizes for you. So don't fear, we're going to have one for everybody tonight. I promise you, everybody's getting a Russian demantoid tonight. Well, until they sell out. But this is my largest. It's only one. We have one here in the world, and we're getting it a home because what truly, I wish I could just sit here and show you catalogs and spout off retails and print stuff out off the internet that say, oh, well, here's what so-and-so is selling there. There is no such thing. This is a 373 Russian demantoid. I don't even know of a museum that has one larger. This is it. Seen a lot of demantoids in museum exhibits, never seen a 373. This is your chance to own it. It's priceless. It really is. That's my whole point. So if you're going, we've never had one. And when I've had carat and a half, they're usually 10 grand. This is not a carat and a half. This is a 373. We're so close to 4 carats. Look at this on my hand to show you what that would look like centered up in a ring. Make it to a ring, a pendant, whatever you want, or just put it in a box, save it, collect it, loan it. I'm not even asking, this is what gets me. I'm not asking for a couple $1 million. And truthfully, I feel a little shameful getting less than a couple $1 million. And I know that sounds silly and you might be chuckling going, well, they don't sell $1 million pieces. Like literally, guys, that could be and should be $1 million or more. It really should be. And you know what? A value, because you have it and nobody else does. Look at this. Here's what we're going to do. Back up close we go. Neon is on point. This is the kind of material we get excited about if it's 10 points, 50 points, 1 carats. I'm not making it $1 million. We got to get this to a reasonable point. And that's what I think I really adore about TVON is that I say it a lot, but you know what? This is not about what we can get. There's somebody out there with $1 million that would do anything to get access to that stone. They just may not watch our show. They might not know about our show. There's a lot of gem collectors out there with a lot of wealth, and they have no idea. Tell you what, you get this, and we make a deal. I'm going to give you what I think is also our strongest value we've ever had, because I'm not asking for $500,000. I'm not asking for even $250,000. So now we're half a half, and we're 75% off what I think is a really reasonable price for something like this, just based on rarity. And I'm not asking for 200 or 100,000 or even, wait a minute. Should we actually go less than 100? Because I think it'll go at 100. And I would do that, except that our policy and philosophy and my personal mantra is make it the best value possible. I think through the years, all the jewelry I've sold and the gemstones I've sold, I think back, I'm proud. Because you know what? I've offered value. And there's a lot of opportunities where the values are so good, you could ask more and get it, and we never do. It's my personal philosophy to not get what you can get. Because if so, leave it at $99,999 and it's a done deal. It's about giving you the best value that makes it a possibility where you can truly, and I really think we're going to have multiple people who want this stone because that's how low I'm taking it. Our whole philosophy with these gemstone shows is we have this incredible collection and we want to share it. At the end of the day, even when our stones are sitting in a museum, not everybody gets to see that. Because not everybody is at that city and wants to pay the money to go to a museum, and not everyone's going to just look at it for a couple of seconds and remember it. We can actually, this is like a gift. And I'm not asking for even $100 or $90 or $80 or $70 or $60,000. And I would not be surprised if we have a lot of different collectors who see this value and understand this value and want to take advantage of it, because that's what this is about. We are sharing the gem collection here. These aren't stones that are bought just to sell. These are stones that have been in an ownership collection for literally generations. I'm not making it $50,000. We're selling it. It's our $373. I'm not even asking for $50. And if you feel like I'm doing a disservice to the stone and you want to pay more, please don't. Take the value and just know that this is what TVON stands for. We are all about value, and we are about not saving, sharing. I'm not even going to ask for $50,000 or $40,000. I'll tell you, we have 2 callers on the line right now. I will tell you what I can't do. I'm not going to cut that stone in half. What makes it rare, it'd still be huge if I did. I mean, it'd still be a big stone. But I'm going to leave. We only have one, guys. And my next size down is 80 points. And we'll bring it out next. But that's a far cry. And instead of even asking $40,000 or $39,000, I'm going to go lower. And this is just ridiculous because, yeah, we're getting close to $10,000 a carat. Would never happen. And speaking of, $37,000, that's a great idea. I'm not doing that either. Blow it out right now, first caller situation, and now we can all say we've seen the most incredible Demantoid. Because again, if you ever saw one even in this size, great, but it would be yellowy and cloudy and really, really included. This is just that bright, brilliant neon we love, and I'm not making it $37,000 or even $35,000 or even $30,000. It's time to say sold. Because this is really the miracle stone that I don't know. I don't know if I'll ever get to see anything this rare in all my years. I'll tell you what, I'm not even asking for $29,999. I really am about the best value. Consider it, but don't think too long. You've still got a money-back guarantee. Let me tell you, this is going to be the proudest piece to add to your collection. I will blow it out right now for $28,888. And we're going to make it a deal. $28,888. For one caller only. It's unbelievable. And that should obviously never be a price tag like that. But it is, so we can share it. Share it with one of our collectors tonight. Get it a home, like is what our mantra is, and send it flying out. And for anybody else who's going, well, I would love to have that, but that's just not possible. I get that. So what I'm going to do next is bring you the 80-point stone, still a big stone, and we're going to get you a great value that hopefully everybody can take advantage of. But that is one to think about tonight. I'm so pleased you were here to see it, because that really is something special. And for that value, oh my goodness, it's going to go tonight. And congratulations to whomever is our new owner on that one, because that will go. It will. It's a certainty with that kind of value. There's just too much value there for too much rarity right there. And that horsetail could not be more centered in that stone. Excellent. Again, perfect lapidary. They did such a good job there. Let's show you the 80-pointer, though, because like I said, my whole goal in these gemstone shows is to bring you, when we can, some variety to get everybody involved, even when we're talking about rare levels like this stone is. This is 7228. Take a look at that. It's like a miniature version, right? Same kind of material, same color. Still going to have the horsetail. It's not going to be as visible without, I mean, I can kind of see it right through the center there. Here's what we'll do on this one. 7228 is our one quick little deal. 80-pointer. Then the next one, just so you know, downsize from here, which you can wait if you want to, is 18-pointers, which are going to be great for accent stones, maybe building a little, maybe a halo around something. This is really still a center stone star, and it's our 80-pointer, and we are about to blow it out. 6mm stone here, and let's get it a home really quickly. And don't forget to call me on that last big one there, because we're still having a lot of people mulling it over here. So I would not wait if I were you on that big one at 373, because that will go tonight. But here we are. Are you ready? Come on in, guys. No waiting on these Demantoids. These are so rare, only getting rarer by the day. It's 80 points, 6mm. I'll even match them for you. I got a couple here. Let's match them for earrings. Let's do a 3-stone style. If you want to put that around something else, look at this on the hand. That is equivalent. And by the way, 6 millimeter usually means 1 carat in the diamond world. So yes, this would be the look of a 1 carat all day. It's just what we call a light 1 carat as far as the actual weight. Look at the brilliance. I mean, from a distance away, that stone just does not stop. This is higher brilliance. If you like sparkle, you get a Demantoid over a diamond, because even a really good diamond, a flawless, a VS, it's still not going to sparkle. It's not even possible. The beautiful dispersion level is higher on a Demantoid, so it's capable of doing more than what diamonds can even do. So this is what we're going to bring. I got a value here. I tell you what, they're supposed to be $39.99 for the 80 pointers. Let's go lower. And that way you can get 2 if you want, get a match set of 4 if you want to do the earring pendant ring collection. You can do that, but it's not even going to be $39, $29.99, or even $1,999. Only have a couple operators, so let me know how many you'd like, and then they are matched up to perfection for you. And don't forget, plenty of affordable. We still have our first ever Sleeping Beauty turquoise coming up in a loose stone show as well. And now we're going to bring it to you right now instead of even $19.99. I'll tell you, I know I put everyone in shock with the $373. Let's blow this out. Make it super affordable. We've only got a couple here, so we'll sell them out really quickly. And then our next size down is 18 points, and they'll all match. So if you want to put the 18 pointers we'll have next to the 80 pointer, you may. That's a great idea, but we're going to do better than 19, 18, 17. I got to just really slam these prices on down. Make sure you can get your Russian Demantoid of choice here, and let's blow it out. Not even $16.99. Lowest price I can do is $15.99. I'll tell you what. If we can get a couple of people on the phone lines here and just sell them out in a hurry, we'll get to the 18 pointers, and then we're done with our Demantoids. This has a 1 carat size and look. It has a 1 carat dimension to it. That is the diameter in the millimeter size. And we're going to blow it out right now for better than 15, 14, 13, or 12. Get as many as you need. I will match them up for you identically. So if you want to make the ultimate stud earring, can you even imagine? Oh, carat 60 total weight and stud earrings. We'll even help you do it. We can help you do that. Choose your gold. We'll do it for you, right? Not even 12 or 11 or $10.99. These are Russian Demantoid light 1 carats, and I'll make them $999 a stone while they last. Only one size after this. Pair them up together. Try this collectible. It is so crazy rare, and we are thrilled to be able to bring it to you. And now I've got it for under $1,000. Oh my goodness, for Russian Demantoid material under $1,000. That's how we do it. $9.99. Let me know who's got 1 or 2. We've got 2 going out. That sounds like a match pair waiting to happen. Enjoy. That's going to be it, guys. We'll give it 60 seconds. We got to run. Lots to show you. 18 pointers on the way. Then our Demantoids are done. Black diamonds and turquoise all coming up in this hour. Our diamond deal. It's our last, by the way. Christine, how many for you? Okay, so she's verifying on the number. So we've got very busy lines here. So I'm waiting to see how many. Oh my goodness, my finger is cramped up. Can't move it. Uh-oh, that's not good. $9.99. So just 1 for you, Antonio, right? All right, so 1 over there. How many for you, Joyce? 1 over there. All right, 1 going out, 1 going out. Christine's waiting. Not many left right now, so hurry, hurry, hurry. In 30 seconds remaining, we'll bring you the 18 pointers. A great way to try it, but it's also a great way to build jewelry because you can use them as accents, and you've seen us do that before. We've used some really good Demantoids as accents around other stones. It's such a vibrant color. It pairs up well with a lot of other stones. I love these bright greens with Tanzanites. I love them with pink, like sapphires or spinels, like Mahenge. I love them with even other green stones. I love them with an orange, like a mandarin garnet is beautiful as well, but they're $9.99. Huge value. Large stone here because the next size is really an accent size. They're 2.7 millimeters instead. So this is the way to get your big Demantoid here. 80 points. Love that. Congratulations. You've got 1 too, right? All right. So Jess, are you getting 1 as well? So 1 over there. So last call, 2 left. Christine, I'm still waiting on yours, so I haven't put yours in yet. If you get 2, we're sold out. All right, last call. Let's give it 60 seconds here. And then they're just debating how many to get. Here it is on the hand one more time. Who got yours, Antonio? Hi, Sharon. Where? From New Jersey. Wonderful. Hi, Sharon. What about you? All right. Thank you. Thank you, Michael. Michael's got 1 over there. I love it. I love a great center stone for whatever, a pendant ring, or get 2. We'll match them for you. Make your big set of studs. I mean, right? We've had Russian Demantoid studs, but they were teeny. They were little itty bitties. This is going to be like a big size, 6 millimeters. That's the size of a 1 carat diamond. So huge value here. 30 seconds left until we take them down. Bring in the 18 pointers. And did we decide? How many would you like? We've only got 2 left. Last call, and then we're moving along. We got the 18 pointers coming up for you. Oh, I'm sorry, what? Does he live in California? Oh, you're kidding, really? Really? Oh, no. Does he have some, listen, I wonder, who was it? You don't even know his name? Do you know what we have people do sometimes? I don't know if I should say this, but if you know anybody that lives in another state, you could just have it sent to, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Like my mom, so like, here's what I run into, Christine. I know this may not apply to TVON world, but this is what I run into. I collect handbags, really beautiful, exotic, collectible artwork handbags. Sometimes they're made of python. Do you know you can't sell python in California? You can't buy it or sell it. You can't, you just can't. You can't. So sometimes when I see like the python bag that I need to have, I just have it shipped to my mom. She lives in Nevada. So it's not a problem in Nevada because heck, there are, like you can do anything you want in Nevada. So pretty much, right? Like you can do anything. Everything's legal out there. Pretty much, right? So that's okay. So then I have it sent to her and then she sends it to me. So I'm just saying, and now, yeah, the Python police are going to come after me and you know, all that. But so that's what I do, which is the same kind of thing as if, you know, our California, yeah, I'm just saying some people have figured that out and that's okay, right? Because it's all based on where it's shipping, right? Okay, so $9.99. All right, last call. I know. I feel for my fellow Californians, all 40 million of us, I know. I know. Everyone, all of our viewers from all over the country are always messaging me every day. I saw in the national news, do you guys really pay that for that? Do you really pay that for that? Yep, and yep, and yep, and yep. Yep. So I feel, let's just shout out some sympathy for all of our fellow Californians. Oh my goodness. I mean, is this just sparkling more or is it just me? Item number here is 7227. I know, yeah, I paid $8.19 for gas the other day, so yeah. And that was not, unfortunately, for a tank. Yeah, I didn't even look, but I got like a 22-gallon tank, and I was like, I'm not gonna look, I'm just not gonna look. I could do the math, but I'm not even gonna tax myself with that. Let's do this, guys. Here's our 18-pointer. I just love that we can bring values when everything else is just like so extreme out there, and yet we're still bringing these luxuries, because this is luxury, right? This is a luxury gem that you're just, I mean, look at that. That's close up. So I'll show you here. That is, I mean, that just got like more intense. And this stone's going to be a 2.7 millimeter. They will also match. Now, I've got a few of these, but not many. So you kind of think maybe there's a bunch of them. I don't have that many to go around, because I think what a lot of people would do with a size like this, being that they're about 3 millimeters, is you might want to get several. And I'll make it affordable enough to where you can. This is, by the way, our last Russian Demantoid of the evening. This is it. It's all I got in loose, and we hand-selected every single one of them. Let me tell you, it's been taken a month. There's a big reason why, you know, again, we haven't seen gems in a while, is because also we were really hand-selecting all these stones here, because this is not a stone that just looks like that. You have to really hand select and be very choosy about your Demantoids, because so many of them are going to lack in the neon, or they're going to be a cloudier, hazier version. This is just bright and clean and stunning. And I'm going to do this. 18 pointers, get a couple. Here's what it looks like from a distance away on the hand, as I like to show. Again, that's not meant to be a center stone. I don't think that's going to work. What we're bringing them for is as an accent. Maybe you surround your 80 pointer. Maybe you want to use a couple of these and make a 3-stone style. Put something in the middle, right? You can make them into whatever you want. How many times have we seen halos with Demantoids? I was talking about how it works with so many other great stone colors, so it really offsets other stones nicely. Let's try to make this affordable. It's our big grand finale of Russian Demantoids, so let's try to do something wild here for you. Instead of, because I know these should be, and I get it, they should be $499 a piece. I get that. This is still one of the rarest stones in the world, and that is, believe it or not, that's still a big size. I'm not making them $499. Last call on Russian Demantoids. This is where you try it. Get a couple of them. We have a one-time opportunity here, so if you come back a week from now and say, I got 2 and I need 10, I wouldn't bank on us having them here, guys. They're going to sell out right here, right now. So few to go around. I'm not making them $499, Tony. We're going to have to make that a was price. I'm going to make up my own little ditty of a price here for anybody who wants this spectacular cut. Round still, of course. That's how they should be. But you have a major, major look here. That is just, I'm sorry. It's like, to reference, this is usually a term we use for, a phrase we use for chihuahuas. but tiny but mighty, okay? That's usually something, I think I stole that from Beverly Hills Chihuahua because, you know, that's what Chihuahuas are. Smallest breed in the world, but they are mighty in a lot of respects. That's what this stone is, tiny but mighty, because it's got brilliance like nobody's business. I'll blow it out, not even $4.99, $3.99, or even $2.99. I want to get everybody a Demantoid. That's my goal here. And I don't think we have like thousands of people. We just need like everyone watching to say, I'm intrigued. I'd like to try it. Let's see what it's all about. Can Lolo hook me up with a price tag where I can maybe just dive in and say, sure, I'll try that. Or I'll get two and make them into studs. I would love this, by the way. I'm thinking right now, a stud for a second piercing. Oh my goodness, or third, or fourth, or fifth, or sixth, or eighth. I mean, this is it. $2.99, $1.99, $99. I don't think so. We're really trying to get everybody a Russian Demantoid until they sell out and are done and gone. You get every bit, the color, the brilliance, the beauty, and the rarity. But it's not even $99 a stone. I'm trying. I want to get everybody a gem out there. Let's try these Demantoids. Get at least two. Get at least a match pair. We're very busy already. I'll make them $88 a stone right here, right now. $88. That's it. And our final call is now. So let's give, I mean, I don't have that many to go around. That's the problem. So as many as you need until they're sold out. From a $499 a piece value, that should be, we're doing $88 instead. And every single one identical. And I don't have like 100. I don't have like 50. I've got two going out, two going out, and two going out. So just like that, 6 are gone. Here's your chance to pick them up right now and try this rare and exotic. I mean, where else are you going to find it? And if you ever saw one, rest assured, they're not usually that color. That's amazing. I'm just going to set it down for a minute. I need to get my finger back. Like, I need to get it moving again so I don't like lose it entirely here because it's really, my hand is getting really stiff. Let's show you though a couple because I got a few more here, so I'm going to bring out a few and show you what these look like. I mean, every single one is identical, right? That's the beauty of it. I mean, look at how breathtakingly bright they are. This is why you don't wait. This is why you got to call me now. We're really, really busy because I know they weren't supposed to be $888, but they are right now. $888. $88. I mean, again, why not $888? More natural of a price, right? But they're not even close, and this is what we love about giving values like this. Try it, experience it, get two more. So far, everyone's taken two. Everyone's taken at least two, actually, because I just heard someone taking 4. So at least 2 or more going out the door, and very, very limited. So call us now, and we'll help you out. $88 a piece. My goodness, that is just the biggest value I think we're going to see here in this show. I mean, just try these stones. They're magnificent. And $88, that's it. From a $500, I mean, what used to be $1,000 to get a match pair is now under $200 to get a match pair. So that right there, little interesting there, right? Your chance to go ahead and, oh my goodness, we've got a new NBA champion. Wow, that's exciting. That's exciting. Yeah, 88 bucks. Big night. I know. I only should have shown these if the Celtics had won tonight. Yeah. Okay, 2 Paraibas I have. Let's see. I've got turquoise. You guys ready for the turquoise? I'm ready for the turquoise. We're so excited. Black diamonds are coming up. Our last of the 30-point white diamonds are here. Those have been always a hit, and really excited and looking forward to that. All right, $88, last call. Shall we give it a final 30 seconds? I say so. Let's do it. Final chance. Don't forget about the 373. Getting that one at home before we go tonight, and we are halfway through this Thursday night gemstone show. Halfway through it. Turquoise, my only Sleeping Beauty turquoise we've ever had loose and ever will have, because I don't have them in loose. And this is a miracle that we have one here. I literally beg for it. Today I'm going, what happened to the turquoise? Oh, we don't have enough. Oh, come on, I want to do a turquoise. So we have one turquoise here. I mean, it is going to be the fastest presentation. Oh, it's pretty though. This is some glow. Have you ever seen an opaque stone glow? Because our turquoise do. Shall we give it a final call? I implore you here. We have now 7 left. Okay, somebody just picked up 3. So it left us with an odd number. But we have 2 more going out. Thank you. Antonio's got 2 more there. Kevin's got 2 more. 7 left. I'm going to check and see. I don't think I put those in. So we might be down to 5 now with those 2. Kevin, I got yours. Antonio just came in. So I'll tell you what. 5 left. I'd really, really, really encourage you to try this. I really would. Try it out. Obviously, not everybody can get the 373, although somebody should get it tonight because that is just such a value. But this is really where 18 pointers, great to pair up with something else. It's remarkable. I can't really think of a stone this doesn't look fantastic with. We have black diamonds coming up. I'm just imagining right now, black diamonds and Russian demantoids together. Whew, that'd be cool, right? Really interesting. I mean, really, it goes with so much. Tanzanites, think about those rounds we brought you earlier in blue wing, black D, how great. We've seen that before in our peacock feathers, right? This would be a great combination, but before they're gone, we only have 5 stones left. So last call on those. Let's take another look here really quickly. Last chance, 60 seconds, and then we move to our turquoise, which is not going to take very long. And then I only have 1 turquoise and 1 black diamond. So it's like we're going to show you a lot of different types of stones in the next 90 minutes that we have tonight. And a huge, huge value here. I just think if you've been admiring these Russian demantoids, if you understand even a little bit of their rarity, you're coming in to get something from this collection. I realize we only had 3, but I'm really excited that we do have this nice variety in sizes and price points for you from the ultimate collectible on down. And then, last call. How many more? Okay. 4, you got 3 and you've got 1. So looks like I only have, yikes, that's it? Oh my goodness, don't wait on these demantoids. They're $88. I mean, every time I look up there, my eyes see $888 because that's what they should be. Instead, I had a sale price, an event price of $4.99, and then I left it. I said, forget about it. And we're making them only $88. Don't forget about my 47 karat Ashercut Tanzanite, blue wing black D. If you missed it, listen, I know a lot of people were probably watching basketball. I know, I'm so bummed. I was so badly hoping for a game 7 because I could actually watch it. This was here earlier. Oh yeah, just a little something in blue wing, about 47 carats. There we go. If you missed it, I'll be recapping some of these big museum pieces, and we are backed up on the lines. That's still here. 47 karat 66 blue wing block D, got that under 20 grand for a 50 karat almost. I have the 373. I'm going to pop that in for another look because that's Demantoid. Demantoid 373, largest I've ever seen. Incredible, isn't it? Just incredible. I mean, you got to try these. I mean, again, look at, what about that with that? I mean, come on now. There's the horsetail inclusion. That's the 373. Somehow, some way got that under $30,000. Unbelievable. Whew, some big, big values here tonight. That's for sure. Love them. Proud we're bringing that out. I think a lot of people would not, I can't even imagine anybody else offering to sell a 373. And we are tonight. Amazing. I mean, seriously, if you had it, you wouldn't sell it. Here we are just saying take it. Yes. Oh. Oh, I can give you an approximate on that. Thank you for asking. Here's how you kind of figure it. And again, I'm going to give you an approximation because remember that the 80 pointer, to recap, where's my 80 pointer? The 80 pointer was 6 millimeters. So keep in mind, if you wanted to go around it, you figure these are about 3 millimeters. You're actually not going to need that many, but I would say usually what you're thinking about is you kind of have to look at it like a square and think 2 on each side. So you're going like 2, 4, 6, 8. You probably just want to get, well, at this point, I don't know if we have enough. You'd have to check. But yeah, I would go ahead and just get 8 to 10 to be on the safe side, because depending on if you're setting that halo a little further away from the center or a little closer, you'd want to have about 10 stones. Yeah. If you're curious there. I can always help you with that. Like I was really thinking, especially with these black diamonds coming up, I was thinking a lot about bracelets and putting together like a really cool black diamond tennis bracelet, and you can do that. So yeah, if you ever need a little advice on how many you need to fulfill a certain jewelry design, I can give you approximations on that based on the millimeter sizes. So yeah, remember there's always like, I mean, obviously we don't have enough for a bracelet here in Demantoid, but if you were ever thinking like, you know, keep in mind, if you're ever thinking about bracelets, there's about 25 millimeters per inch. So then you kind of divide it by how much millimeter size you have in your diameter of a stone, like in this case, almost 3. So, that kind of helps you kind of gauge what you need. Go ahead. She did. I was just on the way in today, Joyce. True story. Oh my gosh. What's her mom's name? Because I don't want to get it wrong, and I have a guess, but I don't know if it's right, and I don't want to say the wrong name. I was thinking about Christy today because she's been a gem collector, and she and her parents have been gem collectors on my shows for many, many years. And I know she's out of the country, right? She's in Portugal. So, which is funny because she was there. My brother was there a couple weeks ago. And so they were there at the same time. So I told them to look out for each other. And I know she was going to, he only went for like 2 days. She was going to be there for several weeks. And I was just thinking about her today, and I was thinking, oh my goodness, this would be a show that I'm sure her mom and dad are recording for her, because she would really appreciate the show as a gem collector that she is. So I'm so glad her mom picked up Demantoids. These are fabulous. All right, well, thank you. All right, $88, keep calling. Let's see what we have now. I'm gonna go to my turquoise here. It'll be 7217 coming up next. I can't wait because we've never had turquoise loose on the stone, loose stone shows before. So I'm really looking forward to this. And let me move those aside. And then I'm gonna get right to it, guys. Look at this. I mean, really? Have you ever had an opportunity to buy? Oh, we're going to need to zoom back here. Let me set this down for a moment so we can zoom back. This is Sleeping Beauty turquoise. The best. Oh yeah, it's all mined out and gone. Nobody's really selling it. This is why this is such a coup for us to have for you tonight. And don't forget our diamond special. We have a little encore diamond deal coming up. Kevin, did that help them out? Answer all their questions on that? What's that? Yeah, they can get more exact. Exactly. I'm giving you a rough estimate. But remember, if your halo's separated a bit, you would need more. You know what I mean? If it's right there, so it kind of depends on the styling they're thinking about. Yeah. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to hold this up for you. It's item number 7217. This is our first ever, it's going to be weird to pick up from this angle, but this is our first ever Sleeping Beauty turquoise loose. And of course, they're always cabochons, right? They're an opaque stone, so they're always cabochon cuts. And it's our 2 carat 21 Sleeping Beauty. And it's really pretty. The color is perfection. No matrix, just how we like to see it. Millimeter size, calibrated 9 by 11. So you got a really, really good look here. 9 by 11 calibrated stone. It's going to be our oval gem, and it's super beautiful. And I know that it's weird to go from literally one of the rarest stones in the world, like Russian Demantoid, to a stone that you've heard of and you know and you've seen and you might own. But that doesn't mean it's not rare, because this really boils down to the exact source, the exact quality. That is what makes it rare. If you're just talking about turquoise as a generality, as a category, that can be a little more vague. It really boils down to what exact source and color are you getting? Are you getting matrix or are you getting pure? Heck, a lot of the turquoise, quote unquote, that's out there is composite. It's literally like ground up into little bitty powders and like pasted together, and that's a different deal. There's a lot of different type of turquoise, and they can look kind of like one big gem, but they can be stabilized, and they can be composites, and they can be all these different varieties that aren't actually the real deal, all natural through and through, like you have here. That's the back. You can see a cabochon always going to be flat on the back, domed on the front, oval in shape. It's going to be, oh gosh, it's limited. So limited. Call me early. It's our first ever Sleeping Beauty. I'm loving it. We only have a few to go around. Call me early. Ay, this is so good. And keep calling on Demantoid. Still have an 80 pointer if you need it. Still have the 373. Probably not long for this world. And I'm going to make this one a big value. You know what? I'm stopping with all these prices that are on these baggies. I'm just going to keep on going and make up my own here, because this is a night we need to celebrate gems. I mean, right? Don't get to do it all that often. We need to really celebrate, bring it, give you all the values we can. And that means what should be. What should be $6.99 on this show? Here's what it looks like on the hand. What a pretty stone. This is perfect for a ring. What about bracelets? I'll help you. Because you would think about it this way. If you're putting a bracelet together, you'd set it east to west all the way across like a bracelet, right? So I'll tell you what, I can tell you how many you need for a 7, 7.5, 8 inch, 9 inch. I mean, whatever you need, right? So what about a necklace? Okay, I don't know if we have enough stones to go around, but if you want to make like a collar of turquoise, Maybe you're going, well, I got to, fit it within a budget. Well, then maybe space them out. Put them one every half an inch or so. Think about all the options you have, but we don't get to even play with this much because, again, the source is so limited. It's done and closed. People who have it aren't selling it. That's their life's blood, is to literally sell, and they don't sell this, because they're realizing and they know what's happening. It's getting too valuable too quickly. It's raising in price faster than you can even really reprint tags or reprint price tags or reprint your, your spreadsheets. This is just that moment where I'm gonna make $6.99 a was deal. We're gonna get these out the door. They are gonna fly. A lot more limited than I would hope for. I mean, really, truly, don't have many to go around. Think about a bracelet, because remember, if you put them side by side, east and west, you would need, I would say approximately for every inch, you would need about, let's say, 3 stones per inch. So just, do the calculation on if you want a 7-inch style, get 20 stones should do it. 21, yes, would be the exact, but you really only need like 2.5 stones. Obviously, there's bigger ovals. You can't cut the stones in half. So you would get 3 stones per inch. So you'd be cool with getting, really for a 7-inch, you could get by with 20 stones. For an 8-inch, just get a few more, right? Just go ahead and get 22, 23 stones for an 8-inch. You could make an entire tennis bracelet of Sleeping Beauty turquoise and do it that way. But we're not asking for $6.99 or $5.99 or $4.99. Come on in. Try one of these turquoise or try 20 of them, because I'm just thinking about a tennis bracelet style and I'm loving that idea. I'm not even going to ask for, I'll tell you what, let's do even better than even, look at this. This is how they would set. Cabochons are tricky with tweezers here because there's obviously a smooth domed edge. So let's just try a smaller one here and see if that works a little better. And here's what we'll do. Instead of getting these out the door for $4.99, $3.99, $2.99, sorry guys, I got to set it on my cloth here to pick it up properly, because on the hard surface, it ain't working. This works though. And it's not even $299 or $199. Let's send them out. Very few to go around. Come on in. We'll make this a deal right now. We still got to move that 373 Demantoid and the big 47 karat 66 Tanzanite. Those have got to go tonight. Tell you what. First turquoise ever on our Loose Stone show. First one. How about better than $199? Come on in. The best in the world. I only have one size, one shape, and you're looking at it. It's right here. That's all I got. Make them 99 bucks. 60 seconds. Let's go. $99 for our Sleeping Beauty turquoise. I love the opaque stones, but for the bold color you get. $99. Oh, that's so good. It's so good. Save 600 bucks. I had this realization, right? I'm going, if I'm thinking bracelets, earrings, you can't get 20 stones if they're $699 a piece. But I think it becomes more realistic to make your jewelry pieces if it's a $99, sorry, can't pick it up when it's on the wheel here. Let's get it, y'all. Look at that. I'll give it a final 20 seconds. My first turquoise loose. I love it, the best out there, and we can't keep it in stock. And this would be, like a lot of people, collectors might go, pish posh, that's a turquoise. It's not just a turquoise. This is the best quality out there. Here it's the same show. We're bringing 373 Russian Demantoid. And now we have a 221 turquoise that's Sleeping Beauty mine. And believe it or not, they all make sense to be together in the same show, showcased within the same hour, because they are, this is the rarest variety of turquoise. Completely solid color. It's that just like vibrant. Forget about robin's egg blue. It's a little more pop than that. It's a little brighter than that. It's a little more intense. So you have all that happening, and it's $99, and I don't have a single one gone. Amazing. All right. So that's here. I was most excited about the Demantoid, yes, but then secondly, I was really looking forward to Sleeping Beauty, and it's here if you want it. Okay, coming up, black diamonds are here. And this is a first for us as well. And I only have one of everything, guys. It's like one black diamond, one turquoise. This is how, again, what we are really saddled with is we're delivering only quality, but a lot of our quality goes to jewelry first. So it leaves us with, and I know you're waiting on the diamond deal, guys. So the diamond deal, for everybody who's asking, it's coming up at the top of the hour. It's 13 minutes away. It's our encore presentation. We haven't had them now in months, but it is what everyone's been asking for. Out of all the gemstone shows that we have done, it's been the most popular piece, and it hasn't been here in a long time. So we're bringing those 30-point VS diamonds back at an incredible value. That's top of the hour, just a few minutes away. Have some Paraiba to show you as well, and there are just two of those. 2 different Paraibas, and my turquoise is here if you want it. So let's get to black diamonds. Want to talk about this for a moment, just because this is kind of a complex stone. It's carbon, of course. Diamonds are made entirely of carbon. And again, welcome to our show. Glad you're with us. If you are just joining us, because if you were watching basketball, I don't blame you. I would have been doing the same. But we now, again, gosh, I've got either Stanley Cup Finals or NBA Finals day after day after day after day. But anyway, as a sports fan, it's a tough week to work. But anyway, we're here. We're showing gems. We have an hour and 13 minutes. And if you are just joining us, I want to remind you there was a 47 karat 66 Asher Cut Blue Wing. There was our 373 Russian Demantoid. They are here, but they need not to be. Okay, they really need to go before our show ends. They need to go. They will go. So if you want to wait, you can always wait till the very end of the show, but that's usually on these gem nights. I've had enough of them where we know a lot of our collectors wait till the very last second. They see everything we've got and then make their decisions. So don't wait too long on those major museum pieces. Diamonds coming up at the top of the hour, but real quick, those are white diamonds at the top of the hour. Right now I'm going to show you 7218, which is actually our first ever loose black diamond. And it is a number of requests we get for this in jewelry, a lot. And we don't have them that often. And there is a reason why, and it's the same reason we don't have them in gems often, is because black diamonds they're opaque diamonds. So these are not a stone where we're going to talk about clarity gratings, because they're opaque stones. But they have this really unique luster to them. It's called a really beautiful vitreous luster. It's got kind of a metallic luster to it. So they really still have a very good amount of shine to them. They almost look, if you've ever seen like it's almost like if you've ever seen a pyrite kind of look, it almost looks like there's a coating that is metallic. It's really an interesting way to get a diamond, because even though it's not going to give you brilliance per se, it has a shine about it. But it's a way to give you a great versatility in diamonds, where most of us are saddled with our budget not cooperating with the size we want. This is where you can certainly get a little more affordability. However, there has been a major uptick in the popularity of these black diamonds. It all really starts usually with one person or one designer or one piece. We've seen it happen through the years where Morganite goes on a tear because one celeb got engaged with one. Or right now, green diamonds are having that moment, right? Black diamonds have been, I remember back, if you remember, there was a Sex and the City movie. Gosh, was it the first one or the second one? I get them all confused now. But obviously, there was a black diamond that was a ring that was finally given. And when you've got the lead character who was all about fashion, and she refused to have, she'd rather have a closet than a diamond engagement ring, which, by the way, I can totally relate to. A good closet is sometimes worth more than a diamond ring. But she did end up getting, at the end of this movie, she got a diamond ring, and it was a black diamond. And this was years ago. And it's like continuing ever since, because now there's been reboots, and that pop culture level of that phenomena of that series has been reborn and really resurrected. So there's this now new, again, kind of like this new fervor for black diamonds, and they're always cool. But this is a way to bring you top quality, because they can leave a lot left to be desired as far as their quality. And this is where you're getting, how about a 3 karat stone? Actually, we've got 3 karat rounds. You can get as many as you need. I am immediately picturing studs. I am immediately picturing, I mean, if you really want to go all out, tennis bracelet. Something we've not even been able to bring. We've never had one. I've never had a black diamond full on, like all the way through tennis bracelet. You could make that. I can kind of, help you out with any quantities you need to make what you desire. But simple as a stud. What about big studs? You would have 6 carats total weight, or 1 center stone to ring. This is an appropriate size for that. We've only got a few to go around. We're going to share it with you. First time ever, 7218, 3 carats, and also the millimeter size, 9 millimeters. That's the same millimeter size we saw on that was the Russian Demantoid size, wasn't it? The 373? Yeah. So that kind of gives you a little idea of how big these diamonds are. Let's show them to you here. And again, only one. I don't have a bunch. Uh-oh, it needs polishing. Let me do that really quickly. And we're going to show you, we've only got one size. So meaning I have more than one stone, just to be clear, but I only have one size option. There's one, and you can see right now, okay, that luster's showing off right now, because when I hold it, watch this. When I hold this with the tweezers, do you see how there's a reflection of, I call it the tweezer treads, right? Do you see how at the crown, look at the very top of the crown facets there? It almost looks like you're seeing a little bit of like dots. That's the tweezer treads that are reflecting in to the surface of the stone. There's that mirror-like kind of luster I was talking about. And I'll fire up our wheel. You'll see it move side to side. These are all big stones. So the same size, diameter-wise, as the 373 Russian Demantoid. So it's a big gem. You're about to see it on the hand here. By the way, you can still call us on that turquoise if you'd like the Sleeping Beauty. Don't leave that behind. We'd love to find out if we have any interested collectors for black diamonds. So if they're 9 millimeters a piece, obviously this is a big enough size center stone in a ring, you just need one. If you want to make a center stone for a pendant, just one. Get the two for the earring studs and have 6 carats total weight. They would be so hot as earrings. Or go ahead and think about this, the suite of 4. 2 for earrings, 1 for ring, 1 for pendant. They all match together then. Yes. He did? That was Steve? Hi, Steve. Thank you so much. Enjoy the turquoise. All right. Here's what we'll do. I know. A lot of people got to be saying, ooh, a 3-carat diamond. I don't see those every day. Last time I saw a 3-carat diamond at TVON, it was like $28,000. Here's what we're going to do. I can't ask for $28,000. We'll just sit here and look at it. And that's all fine and well. But I think it's a lot more fun if we can get it out to you. Better yet, if I'm up here talking about tennis bracelets and getting a suite of 4 and getting 2 for a great pair of stud earrings, let me tell you. And I'm even seeing a reflect. The wheel itself, the white wheel is reflecting on the surface of that stone. Look at the bottom crown facets and you see how it looks white. That is, again, it's acting, the polish is acting like a mirror. It really is. You're seeing the texture of this cardboard or like the paper here reflected in the stone because there's like a mirror-like finish to the polish. It's beautiful. I'm not, and I'm going to show one on the hand here. I'm not going to ask, and I've got a second one here to show on the hand, so we don't need to disturb that for the moment. Let that be, but I'll tell you what we're going to do. Got to make it a value. That's what we're all about. Get you the black diamond. That's an idea from afar. There's from across the room what it would look like on the hand. I mean, why not? What about an earring? Do you want to imagine it as an earring piece? I'm wearing black diamonds tonight. Oh my goodness. Totally, like it's a vibe tonight. I'm wearing my black diamond hoops. I'm going to show you what let's just imagine this. Obviously imagine it set as a stud, but I just think it gives you a nice little idea of what that's going to look like just size-wise. If it's in a stud earring, which we can always help you with, or I know everyone's got a great jeweler locally that, you know, if it's just a matter of setting it into your favorite choice of gold, that's pretty straightforward to do on studs. So that's what it would be size-wise in an earring. Let's go back to our wheel, tell you what we'll do. Not even going to ask for $28,000 or $2,800. That fact, I mean, that's under $1,000 a carat. It's a very large diamond. We don't get these a lot. We certainly know that quality is always the challenge. That is the toughest aspect, is getting really high quality with the black diamonds, and that's exactly what we're delivering here. It's just a selection process that is quite extensive to make sure that we can get you the highest quality, but also match them up for you. Let's not even do 28, 2,000, or $1,000. Here's my deal. I'm not even going to ask for $9.99. Have a few to go around. I love the idea of at least 2 for earrings. I think that would be, to be able to say, a friend of mine who's very into fashion. That's her job, that's her career, that's her passion, that's her everything. That's all she does. She bought herself, and this was when she's in the business, she went out and bought a pair of black diamond studs many years ago. And she treated herself, and she's in New York. So where'd she go? The Diamond District in New York, the biggest in the country. The only one larger than ours here in LA. She goes out there, she gets literally really beautiful black diamonds, but they were a ½ carat total weight in studs, meaning 25 points in each ear. And this was years ago. She told me, she goes, I am so embarrassed because I watch your show and I just think, I wanted to do it for myself. I wanted to have something cool and edgy because that's her vibe. And she was like, I spent $6,000 on those ½ carat total weight black diamond studs. That was, by the way, not like a fancy schmancy. She wasn't on Fifth Avenue at the Blue Box. She was in the Diamond District getting herself a wholesale deal. $6,000 for a ½ carat total weight stud earring in black diamonds. This was years ago. But you know what she said? She goes, but I still wear them. And you know what? I was proud when I bought them. I felt like I was doing something great for myself. I felt really cool having black diamonds because that was kind of before they took off in all their popularity that they go through now. She said, you know what, I wear them. And as long as I'm still wearing them and loving them, I wear them. I moved them from my first piercing to my second now, but I wear them. But $6,000 for 2/4 carat stones. We've got $999 for a 3 carat. You could get 2 for under $2,000, or I could do better on the value right now. Our one and only black diamond selection of our inventory, of our loose gem collection is right here. And I invite, because I know how many of you ask me, I'm here with jewelry all the time, and you guys are always begging for more black diamonds. And they're so few and far between. We can go a month at a time, 2 months at a time without seeing a single black diamond. To be able to get them affordably for you, make up what you want to make, this is the way to do it. Not even $9.99. That's a 3 carat stone. Take a look at it. We'll get you as many as you need matched up. Get the set of 2 or the set of 4 or whatever you want to do to put together something fantastic and unique and designer. And really, there is a cool factor. I mean, this is definitely the cool girl diamond, no doubt. And what we're going to do is make it even better than $9.99, $8.99, $7.99. I'll make it even better. We've only got a few to go around. Get your collection now. Again, all that mirror kind of polish that, again, it's not a coating. It's just the way that this particular carbon, how it holds a polish, if you will. It's really intriguing, and it's not even $777 a diamond. Take as many as you need until they're sold out. We'll make them $699 a stone. That's it, $699. That's all. We've got a couple to go around, and when it's gone, it's gone. And they are just so highly reflective. I mean, that's really the deal here. It's not going to be a beautifully like bright see-through transparent stone. That's not the nature of this diamond. That's not what it's here on earth to do. But it is solid diamond. It's solid carbon. It's still going to give you the toughness, the durability, the scratch resistance, and all of that diamonds do, because diamonds, no matter what color, are going to give you that 10 on the Mohs scale. But it's really a sensational value at $699. We're in last hour here. Coming up. 2 large Paraibas are here. Big Tanzanite is still here at 47 carats. Yes, our top of the hour is going to be the white diamond encore, which some of you may not have even happened to catch that one time they were on. Well, let me tell you, that first time they were on, there were hundreds and hundreds gone out the door. It was one of our very first gemstone shows. It might have been the first one ever, actually, now that I think of it. So that was quite some time ago. And now we're looking at an encore. We have finally compiled enough stones to bring back to you for another look. So those are going to be coming up here on the way. Big top of the hour special for our final hour of our gemstone show here on this Thursday. Thank you so much on the black diamonds. Give us a call if you'd like one. There's that. Again, look at how all the way around. I mean, just really, when you see that spin and turn, how that looks from all the angles there, that near finish carries on through all the way around. They're always going to have a little bigger girdle to the stone, which is that very, very side perspective. We'll give it a final 60 seconds. Top of the hour's here. We've got white diamonds coming up. Looking forward to that. And any requests, if you've got a request or something you'd like to see again, this is a good time to do it. We also have quite a few semi-precious stones to show you. I've got topaz and amethyst, but we also have ametrine. And I also have the 2 Paraibas, the collectible Paraibas coming out to play as well. And then we can always recap our beautiful Mahenge that was here earlier. Then we also have a really, really special look at that 343. Got to move that 343. It's not a question. We have got to get the 343 Russian Demantoid a home tonight. And obviously, if we're really, really, really close, when we brought that down from millions of dollars to under $30,000, if you are, like, again, a true collector and you're a serious buyer and you see that value and recognize it, you talk to us about that Demantoid, because that is a very special stone and certain to find its home tonight. All right, coming up, diamonds on the way, a return to the most important diamond selection. This is perfect for bracelets, earrings, whatever you ever wanted to make. Who's got black diamonds going out? Look at that. That's coming on the way. How many would you like? 1 black diamond going out. Look at that. That's my baby right there. It's finally back. Can't wait to show these to you. I have been waiting, what has it been, 5 months for these to come back? There they are. All right, let's talk top of the hour. Happy Thursday. Glad you're with us tonight. This is a fantastic night gemstone lovers, but this is where we get into like something for everybody, because I've had people that many, many, many months ago, they'd never bought a loose stone and they were a little bit nervous about what am I going to do with loose stones. And you know, so many of those shoppers have called me and messaged me and emailed me and Facebooked and said, can I have a few more of those 30 pointers? This stands as the best value we've ever brought, and you recognized it. This was many months ago when we first started these gemstone shows here at TVON. And by the way, it was supposed to be a one-night only deal. It was supposed to be one time ever. It was so popular, and by the way, it wasn't really popular. It was this diamond. I mean, it was this diamond that everybody went crazy for. We just kept on bringing it, and then you thought, well, if you can do that on diamonds, bring me your other stones, bring me Paraibas, and bring me Demantoids, and bring me amethyst, and bring it all. So we have made this now a routine where we've loved bringing you incredible loose stones, and this is where, forget about just loose collectors, this is where the gemstone and diamond jewelers have been shopping, because this is just simply a diamond deal that I'm going to replicate. Because if you're thinking, but there's no way, because if it was back in January or February, that's not the same pricing we see today on diamonds. Is anything priced the same? I know that wasn't all that long ago, but things have changed in the last several months where you're going, so you mean we're gonna do it again? And maybe, just maybe, you did not see these when they premiered. This is the only way to kick off our very last hour of gems. It is going to be a diamond deal that I truly cannot replicate, but I will, because we want to make this the value that made it so popular the very first time. And for those of you that have asked, how many people have messaged me and I've turned you away because we didn't have them until tonight. I said, we're working on it, we're trying, we're compiling, because you don't just need one of these. This is the value you get multiples of. So proud to bring it back finally. It is finally here. And if you're going, I don't know this deal, wait till you see. It is the value of everything we do. This is where even if you know a jeweler or you know somebody who wants to make jewelry, or for all those guys, I mean, lately I have been bombarded with all kinds of emails about everyone's getting engaged and they're going, okay. Or you guys, it's the grandmas and the moms. They're going, okay, my son, grandson, my whoever, my nephew, he's getting engaged and he doesn't know where to begin. Can I send him to you? And the answer is yes. But the bottom line is that we all need diamonds for all those gorgeous pieces. And I think about all that we've had here tonight, black diamonds, demantoids, and really special stones still to come, like amethyst and ametrines and topaz, and yet this is the stone that surrounds it all. Think about what we do in jewelry. It's always about a center stone, but what are they always surrounded with? No matter what the stone is or what its size or what the design is, it always has VS diamonds around it. This is not as much an accent per se. Accent stones would be typically 1 or 2 points. These are bigger than that, so that they really, they actually serve a much greater purpose. They can be accents in jewelry if you're making a really special piece, or they could be stud earrings. They could be a tennis bracelet if you want to compile enough of them to go all the way around 7 inches around your wrist. It really is open to, and that's why they're so popular. The value is incredible, but it's the fact that we can all use these diamonds. And I should have put all the pictures together in a collage, because for those different people, hundreds of you, that the first time we had them said, I have no idea what I'm going to do, but I'm getting them for the value. And since then, the pictures and photographs I've received of the designs you've created, it has warmed my heart. It has been really, and a lot of you have said, I think I have found and discovered my new venture, my new hobby, maybe my new business, because you've opened up the world of fine diamonds to me, and I'm making the piece I always dreamed about, or I'm copying the piece in the magazine that I can't afford because it's $85,000, and I'm making it with better diamonds because of TVON. Those are the types of opportunities you have when we make bigger white diamonds accessible, also in an era where diamonds, we know, are absolutely skyrocketing. They are, they have been. It really, the thing we're seeing now started in December of last year, and it has kept on going. And tonight I am bringing you the last opportunity at this diamond value. I'm so excited to bring it. These are all 30-point VS stones. They are all identically matched. So if you get 100, or if you get 50, or if you get 5, they're always going to match. They are VS rounds. The millimeter size as well are 4 millimeters. So that gives you an idea. That's a lot of millimeter size. Remember, a 6 millimeter is a 1 carat. So when you have a 4 millimeter, that's still a really good size. So yes, they can be studs. They can be a big halo for a ring. They can be an outstanding 3-stone style to maybe do these as the complementary side stones. This is the way to do it. Item number is 6057. We're using the same number. We're getting you the value that I never thought we'd be able to do again or replicate or duplicate. Here it is. Let's get to it right now. This is just, come on in early, guys. We don't have a lot of operators here, and I'm telling you, we will be busy. This is just one of those miracle deals where we're making diamonds, and big ones at that. These are not, again, accents. They just have a lot of versatility. There's a million and one things you can do. And again, there are people and gals and guys that the first time I had them, they literally said, well, I just bought 100 diamonds, and I have no idea what I'm going to do. And they're glad they did, because now they're coming back. And the funny part is they thought they had enough. They're saying, I need more. Give me more of those. I need more. Here's what we have. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to come in. This is about, I know we're zoomed way back. Look at this. This is our closest angle, which I'm happy to show you, because that really is an important angle to see the VS quality here. 30 points individually, 4mm rounds. All VS, absolutely brilliant. I meant to wash this down and clean it because it's got a little smudgy wudgy as they do on the outskirts of the table there. But 30 points VS. These are not something you're ever going to see in inclusion with your naked eye because they're VS stones. We're busy already. I think a lot of people who said, I need more of those, are coming in right now. They're coming in and they're saying, that's what I need. That's what I need. That's what I've been waiting on. They're finally here. I have got 4mm VS stones. How many do you need? Well, if you're putting together a bracelet, remember 25mm per inch is what you need, generally speaking. So figure if you're getting, I would really get 6 of them per inch, 6, maybe 7 to be on the safe side there. You're going to be good to go. This is where you need to be on the phone lines, guys. If you're making a full-on like seamless tennis bracelet, get about 6 per inch. And just get a couple extras. You can always make diamond earrings to match if you have a few extras left over. But again, such an affordable value. If you're going, how on earth am I going to get 6 stones, 10 stones, 20 stones? Oh, you can. And if we were downtown in the wholesale world right now and somebody said, oh, you want a 30-point VS stone? I checked today. I know the up-to-date as of this afternoon pricing on a 30-point VS round brilliant. And you know what? It ain't cheap, because back months ago I checked, and what was it then? I think it was $3,250 or something. Well, it's gone up. And this is per diamond, guys. You're spending over $4,000 right now for a 30-point VS stone. That's the old price. I mean, again, who cares? We're blowing them out. And we have actually wide open phone lines right now. Do not wait. Whatever you do not wait. I don't have as many as we had the first time around. I had hundreds. We don't have that luxury tonight. But they're not $3,250 a stone. That's the old price. They've gone up. And that would make it very difficult to get 10, 20, 30 stones. Heck, it'd make it difficult for a lot of us to get 2. Let's get you as many as you need. Honestly, I don't think this value will ever be possible to return. I just don't think that's in the cards for us. You are looking at a moment in time. Take advantage of this opportunity. We only have a few. I don't have nearly as many as we had the last time around. This is the moment. This is your chance. It's just time to dial in. Do not wait. Whatever you do not wait, because instead of $3,250 should be price. I won't make them $3,000 or $2,000 or even $1,000 a stone. It is time to get you the last call on these diamonds right here, right now. Whatever you do not wait, because you might want to get a few more than you have in mind. And we want to make sure we have enough to go around. They're all going to match identically. We're talking about white, bright diamonds, VS quality. I am at our closest zoom. Watch this. If we go further away, don't tell me that stone isn't still powerful. That's the viewpoint we had on our 373 Demantoid. Look at how powerful that stone is. Nobody's on the lines. Oh, my goodness. Well, probably because it's $1,000 a stone. Let's take it lower. $9.99, $8.99, $799. Come on in. I'm going to tell you, there's going to be a little backup on these phone lines. Do not wait. Get as many as you need. Here's what it looks like on the hand. I'm not even asking for $799. This is not intended to be a center stone necessarily, but it could. Stud earring, pendant, get a couple. What about a 3-stone? Can you imagine something in the middle and then you put one of these diamonds, one of these round brilliants on either side of that? Do it. Not even $799 or $699. We're back to our wheel. I won't even make it $699 or $599. And this is, again, best diamond deal in the world. That's what this is. Big statement. But that is what this is. There is not another person, entity, designer, boutique, wholesaler, dealer, you name it, guy on the street corner who's going to get you a diamond of this value. $4.99? Nope. It's not even $499. Almost a third of a carat. This is why we got the deal. You know all those dealers out there that need exactly a third of a carat, meaning it's got to be 33 points? When a stone has the same millimeter, but it's just shy in the carat weight, well, guess what? Doesn't make a visual difference. But that's how we get the deal. Because everyone else out there needs an exact 33 pointer. I'll take the same look for less money, thank you very much. Because it's a 30 or a 31 or a 32, it's going to be one of those sizes. Everyone's guaranteed to be at least 30 millimeters, but they're not going to be quite 33. Otherwise, they would be $3,800 out right now in anywhere in the world. We're getting you a better value than $4.99 and starting to get busy because this is what y'all know. You know, I said this earlier, I can't give you a retail price on a 373 Demantoid. Nobody has it. I can't give you a retail price on a 47 karat 66 blue wing Tanzanite. Nobody has it. But the thing that you can compare all day, every day without even leaving your couch is a 30-point VS diamond. Look up a third of a carat diamond. See what it goes for. See if it's VS. If it doesn't say, it's probably not a VS. It's probably an I2 or an I3. That's usually what people use with 30-point stones in anything. Usually I1, I2, I3. What we're giving you is many, many steps up. We're not even going to ask for $4.99. Here's the deal, guys. We're going to make this a deal right now and blow them out for less than $499. We have two gone. Hold on, because I'm going to make a special deal if you want to get more. Because I think if we can do that, I don't see anybody just getting one. Get a couple, and we're going to make that easier because instead of $4.99, they're $399 a stone. But wait, because you want to get more than one, because you probably want to get a collection and make whatever your heart desires, let's give you a better value when you get three or more. Because what really makes it interesting is if you get, I'm just envisioning right now, how about three for under $1,000? How do you do that? Well, you have to take them down to $333. So if you get any quantity, three or greater, that price of $399 is going to come down to $333 a stone. That way, and you don't have to get 3 or 6 or 9 or 12, you can get 4. You can get 5. You can get 16 of them. Bottom line is 3 or more, they're down to $333 a piece, which means 3 stones for under $1,000, 6 stones for under $2,000, 9 stones for under $3,000. That's how you do it. And what would be like a, that's why you get 3. See, we just had 2, and then they say, you know what, I think I'll get 3. Why not? That's what you do. Try 3 or 5 or 10 or 20, whatever you need. But instead of $399, they're coming down to an even better value of $333 a stone. That's it. And I'm barely moving it. Do you see how that's working there? I'm barely moving it. And look at the kind of flash. Let's go into the dark. Oh, yeah, that looks pretty good. Did you see that? Full light. I'm going to shade the light. I'm going to block the light. Look at that stone go. Come on now. That's $333. That's just unbelievable. A diamond. Get as many as you need, guys. $333. If you get 1 or 2, they're $399 each. If you get 3 or more, and again, not necessarily sets of 3, you can get as many as you need. Get 5, get 10, get 11, whatever you need. If you need help understanding how many you need, I'm here to help you with that. We can do that based on the 4mm size. Remember, that's approximately 6 per inch. Get 6 diamonds and you'll have a consecutive inch of diamonds represented there. And you can do an inch of diamonds because 6 of them would be 2 sets of 3. That means, yeah, you're spending under $2,000 to get an inch worth of diamonds. That's incredible. But you don't, maybe you need 2. Maybe you want 2 for studs. Maybe you want 2 for that. I'd get 4 for that matching set. The 2 for the earrings, the 2 for the ring, or the 2 for the earrings, 1 for the ring, 1 for the pendant, or get 2 stones for a 3-stone style. Let's give it 60 seconds. We got to roll. We only have 45 minutes left. That's our only diamond deal tonight in white diamonds. And that is the one. I just can't get over when I block the light. I am shading the light entirely, and it never hinders the brilliance of that diamond. That's incredible. That really is incredible. Enjoy it. We've got a moment left or so with those. They're going to be on their way. Don't want you to miss out. That's what you call a value right there. very first gemstone show I ever had for you, there were literally thousands of these diamonds that went out the door. And so many of you have begged us to bring them back. They're here, finally, at long last. All right, congratulations. Let's see what we have next. Two Paraibas. Two Paraibas on the way. Just one in each size. They're both over 2 carats, though. Really, really good Paraibas. Anything else you'd like to see again before we go? Great chance to do that. We can show you the 373. We have Ametrine coming up in a fancy cut. Love that. We've got a really cool amethyst, and we're going to get to those Paraibas next. I've just got two. We've got a 245, and we have a 2 carat 11. So we'll show those to you next. Congratulations on your diamonds. Keep calling on those, because anything that you have here tonight that's going to be your center stone would be fantastic with those diamonds. Let's get to 6068, which is going to be our largest of my two. I know. 2 whole Paraibas, my goodness, they're limited. Most of them just go straight into jewelry. Check that out, clean as can be. And let me zoom our camera back just a little bit here for you and give this one, oh, this is really that cool look. I'll tell you why. You've got the, I'm gonna polish it up one more time here before it gets its big unveiling, but it's a 245. This is my larger of the 2 Paraibas that I have. They're both ovals, they're the same color. This one's just gonna get you a little larger, and then maybe we come in a little closer. That's the perfect sweet spot there. 245 is the size. It's a 6.6 by 10.5 millimeter stone. And it's also a one only. So a huge moment for our collectors of Paraiba here, because there's one major value. And there's only one reason this one is already, it's sitting in a loose vault up to tonight instead of jewelry. We always see our finest, of course, in jewelry, with these rare exceptions of stones that were deemed, stones that were set aside and wanted to be held on to by ownership, who are the suppliers to museums. They work hand in hand. I won't say they own museums. That's not the proper term. Like you own a home. You don't really own a museum, but you work hand in hand to make submissions and lend stones to those museums. And that has really been what the ownership of TVON has been really doing for so many, many years. This is why certain stones, and again, the reason this is here is the idea was to not really have Paraibas, but I have found after doing all these loose gemstone shows with you guys that the #1 request I get for these sparsely placed gemstone shows are for Paraibas. They are one of the most highly collected stones in the world, so that makes sense. But there's really been not much to show you because of the fact that they are the really good stones go into the jewelry. A couple of stones we're just really wanting to be held on to forever and ever and ever. It continues to be a request, though, so I'll tell you what, this is what we brought out, a 245 and a 211. This is the more elongated of the ovals. The other's more traditional, so this one really has that bigger sight to it, so it looks bigger than it even weighs, because 245 is already a big Paraiba, given that this is, of course, that special neon copper-bearing Paraiba tourmaline. It's the blue-green signature color as well. Gotta look at the back. Gotta appreciate, I know you see the clarity and go, wow, that's what that stone usually is lacking. But you see here from the back, what a sensational, sensational stone. You ready? We've got one. And you know what I'll do here? It's probably worth showing you the 211 as well, so you can make the decision, because they are so limited. Let's just go ahead and give you a glance at the 211. And then we'll let you decide which one's for you. This is the 211, and I will try to show them side by side here in just a moment. But you see how that, maybe not as much of the green, but if you like the 211, I'm going to give you 2 great options here. That's the 211. This is 6069, okay? And then the super more elongated stone that is clearly larger, that's the 245. I want to give you a glance so you can see each one first, and then I'll take you back to the 245 here so you can see that one. Again, slightly more elongated. That's going to be the 6.6 by 10.5 millimeter stone. And I'll tell you what we'll do. First caller, I just really want to give you the option here. I think that 245, given that there's not going to be tens of thousands of dollars difference, I think you probably want to go with the 245. As long as you enjoy an elongated stone here, let me just get this one out of the way because it's messing my angle here. So I'll tell you what, as long as you like that elongated oval stone, this is what we're going to do here. I'm going to get you a great value on the 245 to make this one just disappear. Like it's got to go. Do we have any callers thinking about it? Collectors out there for Paraiba? Here it is. I'm going to get a different tweezer, which is going to work a lot better for this stone. There you go. 245. Let's get it a home right now. They are, so I have a special Paraiba. I've got several, but my prize is my 10 carat. It's this color. It's clean, like perfectly clean, and it's a cushion cut square. It's 10 carats 05. I get that. That's a little larger, but I literally, was that a week ago? No, it was 2 weeks ago because it was before I went out of town. I had my appraisal completed on my 1005. And the appraiser that I work with for Paraibas, they do something a little different. They don't just give you I mean, the overall value is easy to figure, but they give you a per carat. They talk about Paraibas in a per carat basis. And then obviously, you know it's a 10 carat, so you apply the per carat price to 10 carats 05. That recently, and this was 2 weeks ago, that appraisal came back that the Paraiba of clarity and clean and bright and neon and blue-green signature color, guys, it was $88,233 a carat. That wasn't divided by 10. That's a per carat level. That's where these are going. And certain things have soared lately. Well, nothing soars like a stone that's mined out, that everybody's fighting over because there's so little of it out there. 88,000. Now, granted, a 10 carat, okay. But this is a 245. You could easily apply that same per carat price and, yeah, be up to 100 and, you know, like, I don't know, do you really want to spend $180,000 or do you want to spend less? We always want to spend less. Everybody wants to spend less. Smart shoppers know where to go. Here's how you do it. I'm not even asking $18,000. This is our prize. And again, you're begging for more Paraibas loose, and it took a lot of arm twisting. It was not easy. I don't think ownership's going to have any problem if they end up hanging out past the show tonight, because it was fighting tooth and nail to get these two stones released tonight. But I'm not asking even $10,000 or $9,000, and so they're not going to think too highly of me discounting it in this way, but I'm making it less than even $8,000 to send it out the door. This is my best. It's my 245. I can help you set it or design it into jewelry if you want to. Otherwise, keep it, collect it, save it, and watch what happens, because they're getting more valuable by the month. I won't even ask for $7,000. It won't be $69.99. Let's make it easier right now. First caller, $6,888 for the 245. Ultra clean, ultra neon, and $68.88 will be your price tag for the best. That's the ultimate of what we have. That's the super clean, and there it is in the 245. We can go to the 211 right after this. Again, I've got all kinds of Paraibas that are cloudy and hazy and dirty and dark. But why? If you have the chance, if you have the opportunity, that's what's so tough in this stone, is just getting a clarity like that. That is the challenge. Even if it were a half carat, a 1 carat, a 1.5, this is 245. We'll get to the 211. It's going to be a little more affordable for you. It's also going to be a more classic 7x10, still slightly elongated, but not quite as elongated as this stone. And that'll be the 211. Think about this one. Let's go ahead and get to 6069, which is the 211 oval. I'm going to show you right now. This is the 211, still slightly elongated. It's got a little bit more, just a bit more included, but not something that shows when it's set into jewelry. 6069. Remember, part of what these Paraibas, I mean, this is the angle we see it at. So that is giving you just excellent glow. Still a very, very clean Paraiba, but the idea is to show it to you loose here as up close and personal, so you see everything that can be seen, right? Obviously, that's the close-up and the best view of it you can get. It's like you're at home and you've got the stone in hand and you're looking through a loop. This also has a millimeter size of 7x10.3. So our first caller on this one, it's actually gonna be less. Of course it should be, right? It's a little smaller, but 211, not much difference in the actual size, because remember the last one was 6.6 by 10.5, so that's not a huge difference. And here's what we're going to do. I'll make this one $5,999 if you like it. We'll save you another $900 or so. to get that one home and get the 2 carat, still a 2 carat plus, really, really, really important, and a very clean gem there. All right, last call on Paraibas. Those are the only 2 I have. These were all very quick presentations. Again, not a lot of anything in particular to show as far as like a lot of variety, but we just really are bringing out the very best. So that's the one if you want a 2 carat. I mean, it's always impressive to get over that 2 carat size in Paraiba. And a last call, 30 minutes left. Don't forget about the 373. We'll try for anybody who was not with us earlier. I want to make sure and highlight that again so we can all appreciate that for what it is. See it one more time, as it was the largest Russian Demantoid that I know I've ever had the pleasure to show. So that's our 211 at $59.99. Here comes some amethyst for you, and that's going to be a nice affordable option for you. 5979. Actually, what's cool about this is we actually bring a really, really interesting cut still. So what might be a recognized, well-known stone still has a little different fancy cut here, which I really appreciate. Actually, I want to hold it corner to corner here so you can really see the side faceting there to this fancy cut amethyst, which has a lot of fingerprints on it. 5979, 9mm stone, 2.5 carat fancy cut cushion. So a square cushion is something we see quite often. This still overall, yeah, if you were just putting it in a vague category, sure, square cushion. But do you see all that extra faceting it has around it? And I'll tell you, if you ever needed like a single stone that was going to look like a blue wing block D without being a blue wing block D, it'd be our Brazilian amethyst, because they still have that trichroic kind of nature. They have that purple and that red and that blue. All these different facets around it make it a fancy modified cushion cut square. Still 9mm, so it still works in a lot of mountings like other cushion cuts would, but it's a 2.5 carat stone. Great for earrings, pendants, bracelets, what have you. Let's get something affordable for you right now. The very first caller is going to have this amethyst for only, I was going to do we got a $199 price tag here, which is very fair. Certainly the most affordable stone we've seen of the night as you take a look at it here, whether you want to set it more squared off or at an angle, however you'd like to do it. But this is actually going to be a better value than even the $199 price tag. Want to show you here. There's what it looks like more squared off if you want to set it like that. There's just extra faceting happening all through that stone that really makes it, I mean, it's showing off that blue, red, and purple factor there. The 3 colors that you're getting that are different, that are all really showing up from every movement you get. That's really special. We're not even going to make it $99 at all. We're going to do a lot better than that. $99 it's not going to be. We'll take it down. Get as many as you need. Again, we can help you with. I love this idea as a tennis bracelet. Oh my goodness, how pretty would that be? Just big, beautiful, extra fancy cut cushion cuts all the way through a bracelet. That would be stunning. Not $99, $89, $79. Nope, we'll make it $69. If you'd like one, I'll tell you what, because I love the idea of pairing them up for earrings or getting more than one. Again, I think that's always important if you are thinking about how you're going to set them. Let's do a better deal if you want to get multiples. I'll get you 2 for under $100. We'll get you an extra savings if you want to get 2 or more. We'll make them $99 for a set of 2. And bottom line is, tell you what, if you want any number greater than 2, we'll make them $49 a piece. How does that sound? Extra bonus. They're not supposed to be that way. It's just supposed to be sets of 2. I'm going to give you 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If you get any number 2 or more, we'll make them $49 a piece right now. That way you don't need to necessarily get an even number or a match pair. You can go ahead and get odd numbers as well. Get your 5, get your 15, whatever it is. So you get exactly what you need. But also from a millimeter size standpoint, keep that in mind. A 9mm size, you really don't need that many per inch. So do keep that in mind. For those of you that are thinking bracelets, that would be one decadent bracelet. That would be about get just 3 stones per inch, guys. So you would only need, think about 21 stones for a 7-inch bracelet. That's it. And you can easily do that when they're $49 a stone. 2 going out, 2 going out, 2 going. That's the magic number right there. See, somebody should have told me they just needed $49 stones. I'm up here showing $50,000 stones. Hey, listen, in fairness, the $30,000 stone I had should have been a couple million. So that at least is, you know, we're all about value, right? Not everything can be $49, but we're all about value no matter what. So 2 more. Thank you so much. The lines are lit, and so is the amethyst. I want to call it Tanzanite because it's so reminiscent of our blue wing block Ds. It's the same color play. It's the same 3 colors that work together here. But for $49, that's why, again, 2 or more are $49 each, so we're doing 2 for $99. Obviously 4 for under $200. You get the idea, but go ahead and take them right now. Get as many as you need. Get 2 or more. They come down to under $50 a piece. That is a value. This is not any amethyst. This doesn't look like a basic. Most amethyst in the world is so light. Pink, more like, right? More of it's pink. Most amethyst is more pink than it is purple, or more like a light lavender lilac. This is just a new, I mean, we're talking extreme quality here. You've heard of extreme sports, right? This is what I feel TVON does. We're all about extreme quality, no matter what. Loose jewelry doesn't matter. Extreme quality, always the name of the game here. So our final call, $49 a stone. If you get 2 or more, take advantage of that. And we'll have them right out to you. That's the other thing, guys. Gems go quick. We don't have to do sizing. We don't have to do gold color change. All that stuff that takes a lot of time, your gems go out tomorrow. That's pretty cool. I mean, I know our shipping department loves it. They have to ship a lot of stuff, but it doesn't take any extra time to do sizings or gold color changes or, you know, anything like that. You don't have to worry about. It's just, I mean, it's just as many as you need, and great value. Great value to get them. Try as many as you need. Think about bracelets. Who just took 20? I just had 20 stones go out. I love that. Thank you. Maria just took 20 stones. I hope she's making a bracelet. And if so, I want to see a photograph of that bracelet when she gets that made up. And that's the beauty. You know, I think a lot of people also, they get on our case because we don't do sterling, right? We don't do plated metals or sterlings. We leave that to everybody else. Everybody else does that, so we don't. I don't know how long we can keep that up, but we still want to be that source for the best of the best of the best. But, you know, if you're going, I mean, most of my amethyst jewelry, I have a lot of it because I wear it for symbolic reasons. It means a lot to me. I just always have one on my person at all times. And I got to tell you, most of my amethyst is in gold or sterling. I mean, it's like I have a lot of different amethyst pieces. Some are Yerman pieces that are bangles in yellow gold. I've got a necklace I wear a lot in rose gold. And then I have like a lot of I have a tennis bracelet that was gifted to me. And it used to be a dog necklace, and now it's my bracelet. It was what my little baby girl dog wore as her necklace, and it's now a bracelet that I wear, and that's in sterling. So, you know, I think for those jewelry lovers out there that just go, I want to make the most affordable jewelry possible, you can go take this to a jeweler and make it in sterling. And we don't offer sterling. So I think that if you're going, yeah, I really want to make a really wow piece, but I don't, you know, see the need in going with a, you know, a really expensive metal like gold is right now, you can obviously have that freedom and that choice to do that here with these, you know, these loose stones. So you can really make it how you wish, and still, point is, get the top quality, because I realize there's a lot of sterling and amethyst out there, but you would never find this quality of amethyst. So you're kind of at a quandary. I either put the really good quality in gold like TVON does, or is there a way to get the really good quality but still keep it affordable? And that's what I think these loose gemstone shows really open up that door to do, more so than just, because we work in gold and platinum, and that's what we do. And listen, I love the idea of, you know, offering more variety and price points, but it's just not what we do, right? So this is the way. Get that premium quality, because everywhere else, I mean, I'm thinking about my amethyst bracelet that I have that was worn by my little baby doggy for a long, long time. She wore it whenever she got all dressed up. She would wear a tennis bracelet as a necklace. She was a 3.5, 4 pound Chihuahua. So she was really tiny. So she could wear a bracelet as a necklace, and she did, because it was her birthstone. And so, you know, but that's like not a good quality. I mean, it's very typical amethyst. It's very light. This is the way to get that deep, rich. Of course, you're getting a really beautiful, bold color. You're getting an exotic cut on top of that. You know what to do. $49. Let's get to our Ametrine as a nice little, I think, a little kind of addendum to this amethyst is where the two colors combine, amethyst and citrine. One place in the world has given us this kind of like, it's not technically a phenomenon, but it's very close to it, because nobody really still even understands how this happened in nature, but it did, and we're thankful it did, because it's a really cool stone that's going to give us purple and gold together, and it's a very large showpiece. Look at that. This is the coolest cut. I call it the soccer ball cut, but that's just the top of it. Keep calling on the amethyst. We've only got a few minutes left in the show, and this is going to be 5953. I mean, sometimes Ametrine is usually segmented, right? It's half and half, one color on the top, one color on the bottom. That's what I like about the firework cut here, is that you have a 2742 round. That's a 27 karat 42 round, but it's got all of this awesome cutting. That gives you an idea, but look at how the colors are really like a kaleidoscope swirling together. 20mm stone on this one. It's a big piece. This is probably going to be either a ring or a pendant. Probably far too large for an earring on this one. Ring, pendant, or just collectible because it's a cool cut. I mean, that's kind of neat, right? It's a cool cut. It's a cool cut, so just put in your gem collection. Only a couple of stones here, and the good news is we can get you two if you want. I love this for like a best friend piece. Amethyst citrine coming together here naturally. Those are two birthstones, by the way. February for amethyst, November for citrine. I'm just immediately thinking about if those months are significant to you. And like, seriously, one stone representing both birthstones. You're not even putting two different stones together. You're getting one gem, one source. By the way, it's a one source gem that brings those two quartz gems together. And yet there was only one place in the world that's ever been actually found. Bolivia, a Nahi mine, really unusual, but look at how we've dressed it up with this cutting. This like really cool, I mean, if you look at it, it's actually like a pentagon type cut that's all across the table. There are 5 sides to this basically interlocking pattern that goes all the way across the stone. Not just the center, but all across the top, as you see there. And that almost like a checkerboarding, but checkerboarding is a slightly different pattern. This is like, again, pentagons cut all the way across. I'm just going to give you a value. Let's just make it a deal. I mean, it's supposed to be $28.88. I'm not going to move it at that price. We still have a Demantoid that's here at a great value. We still have our biggest Tanzanite ever here. We're going to do better than $28.88. End of the show is here. 20 minutes left. Let's get them a home. Would you like one? Look at it on the hand. See what I mean? Probably even too big for most on a ring, right? Pendant, collectible. I mean, can you imagine just holding that, right? It's just a huge stone. I think that's just precious. And it's the coolest stone to look at because it looks like there are fireworks imploding on the inside. That is really a special look. Great cutting, total expert lapidary here. You can't just do this with anything. You can try it, but it doesn't usually work. So what a thrill to have this for you. Tell you what, how about we make it, I don't want to auction it because I got 2. So I just mark it down. Let's just go wild here. It's end of the show. Who's really with us, right? Let's watch this. I'm not even going to do $888. We just took $2,000 off the price. I won't even ask for $888. Come on in. Ametrine, one of the rarest stones out there, should never. You could have a regular old something, think about an oval, maybe an emerald cut in a 5 carat, it would never be $888. How about a 27 carat plus that's got that fancy cutting? Yes. Brand new? Shelby from where? I like the name. Oh, she makes me think of cars. Huh? Indiana. Oh, and there are a lot of cars in Indiana. I'm talking about the fast ones that go in a track. And yeah. I wonder if she's named after a car. I'm just wondering. Oh, really? Gosh. Birthplace of basketball. Got some good racing there. I like it. I like it. Now she picked up amethyst. 4 of them, too, by the way. Thank you, Shelby. Welcome to our show. Hey, Christine, you thinking about this one? Can I do better on that price? I saw you thinking about it. Is that weird to say? I saw you thinking about it. She's like, do I have a window into my brain? Sometimes you can just see the wheels turn, right? How about $888, $777, $669? No, let's not do that. Let's not even do $555. Blow it out. I'll make it $499. Go ahead. We have 2. Make them $499. Take 1, take both, whatever you want. One's gone, one's left. That's how we do it. $499. We're racing to the finish line. I can see the checkered flag in the distance. 19 minutes left in the Gemstone show. Who knows when our next Gemstone show will be? Who knows? But I know this. We got 19 minutes left tonight. We got jewelry tomorrow and a weekend and for the foreseeable future. So come on in and take that Ametrine. You know what, Tony, do we have a pendant shot? Could I trouble you for that? Just to show it just against the neckline over here, just to give you an idea of what that would be, like from a distance away, like across the room, if you decided to set that as a pendant. Just thinking aloud here. I mean, that's kind of how I envision it because it is so large. I mean, again, you saw it as a ring, but that would be pretty big for a lot of people in a ring. So just an option here. Pendant? Probably too big for an earring. I don't think I'll even pretend. I think that's too big for an earring. I think it is, and I wear big earrings. So, but that's the coolest. $4.99. Let me know if anyone's got the second and final of the Ametrines. I'm just mesmerized by the cutting. I look at that and I just think, wow, I've seen a lot of fancy cuts in my day. Look at the cutting. And actually, do you see where the girdle, let's look, where the girdle meets the pavilion? Do you see how that's scalloped as well? That would normally, right there, that would normally be just like a smooth straight line. You see how that's done? I mean, this is like tell me that's not the rock star of stones right there, right? Maybe it's just because I saw a legendary rock star on Tuesday night, live in concert, and you know, all the rock star glory that comes with it, which by the way, best jewelry. I was mostly looking at the jewelry. Rod Stewart had, as we would imagine, some really good jewelry, like a Celtic cross on a chain that had to be 35 inches in length, and the whole chain was made up of like probably 3-carat diamonds the whole way. I mean, it was made. The watch, don't even get me started on the Audemars. Don't even get me started. Diamond encrusted. I love the jewelry. All right. Yep. $4.99. That's the coolest though. That is just it's fiery. It's like a personality stone, right? Okay. So coming up, what do we have time for? Blue topaz, fancy cut. Sure enough, or should we just recap? The Russian Demantoid that's got to go. We got a Russian Demantoid. It's a $373 Russian Demantoid. We also have the two Paraibas are here. Call us on anything you want to check on available. Did anybody get our last Ametrine? Yeah, not the most creative name, but it sounds great, right? Amethyst, citrine, Ametrine. But it is just right on. That's exactly what it is. And that's not done. What the fancy cutting is done by man. Oh, look at that angle. Wow. Suddenly I'm seeing like Paraiba, peach, and orange. Look at that. I love seeing that side angle. That's kind of a new angle there. So again, what's done by man is the cutting that really elevates it. But that stone, the actual development of that stone happened within nature. That combination of those two, and it makes sense, they're both quartz family gems, but that development happened naturally, and they just don't quite understand why or why there, and why only there. Why in that one source in Bolivia was the only place this has ever happened when quartz is so prevalent. That's what's kind of the mystery of it all. And don't forget, speaking of quartz, I did have this fancy cut. Did you guys see this early? It's how I started the night. It's this really special, look at this. Can I just hold it like this? Is that a weird angle? It's kind of weird. Let me just show you this. That was that's the fancy amethyst we started the show with, so that's here too. That was a 89.5-carat stone in a fancy cut, just amethyst there, no citrine. That's only $16.99 to get that amethyst, so quick little mention on that. $16.99 for that 89.5-carat. We have our two Paraibas here. We're very busy at the end of the night as we typically are. Last call on this Ametrine. Let me know who's got it. Who wants the last Ametrine? Backed up calls, waiting to see who's got it. Don't forget about the 211 and the 245. Paraibas that have got to go. Both of them offered for under $7,000. One was under 7, one was under 6. Huge values there. Ametrine at $27.42. Waiting to see who's got it. Look at all these angles. Let me turn it even more to the sides. I mean, this is just fascinating. Look at that. Look at that. Now it just looks like it's completely hot pinky purple. Then you see the golden orange of the yellows of the citrine. I mean, just dazzling. Look at that. That is just, I mean, let it roll. Look at that. I mean, look at that angle. Woo! It is so cool. Gosh, I want that stone. I could think of some really cool creative ways to set that into jewelry. Yeah, but I might have to figure out a way that it actually does rotate like that, because I like seeing all those side angles. I like seeing all the ways that the colors kind of change as it moves. I mean, that is just cool. And yeah, if it was $28.88, I wouldn't say, hey, try it. But the fact that I saved you all of this extra money, like almost $2,400 of savings, that's incredible. Try it out. Okay, what should we show next? We have black diamonds still here. If you want the black diamond, remember we had 3-carat black diamonds. 3-carat, 9 millimeters. They were only $6.99. That big Demantoid, I have got to give you a look at that before we go, just because a lot of you were probably watching the NBA Finals and the closeout game, and it happened. And I know we've got a lot of, we had East Coast, West Coast represented. So I'm going to show you the 373. We have simply got to get that at home before we go tonight. It's not going to be offered in our jewelry shows. We're going to leave it up to you how you decide to set it or collect it or what have you. Yes. Oh, wow. Thank you, Joan, so much. I appreciate you shopping tonight. Appreciate all of you shopping tonight. I know we kind of sprung this on you. I know there wasn't a lot of talk about it. It was kind of a little bit unexpected. And so I really appreciate you just hanging with us and watching and shopping the gems. And we got one more look at our Demantoid in questions. Or Janet? Hi, Janet. Thank you so much. Oh, Shirley's coming in for turquoise. Thank you, Shirley. You will love it. How about we take a minute or two and see the 373 one more time? And especially for those of you, if you're going, what 373? Did you say 373 Demantoid out of Russia, one only? Yes, yes, and yes. And we need a moment to look at this. In case you missed it earlier, the item number is 7230. I still can't believe I am standing here showing this to you. It's just, there needs to be another word. Rarity doesn't cover it. This is more than rare. This is, let me go ahead and come in. This is, by the way, normal depth here. We had to obviously zoom back for a 27-carat stone, but look at this. There's our normal depth. Here's where I think we're comfortable seeing this stone. Horsetail inclusion is on full display. It is not an inclusion you see when you look at this with the naked eye. If that's set into jewelry, it's not the lead headline here. The lead headline is that it's a 373 Russian Demantoid, a 9 millimeter ultra collectible. My goodness, what a stone. What a stone. It has the horsetail inclusion that is, do you see the wispiness that starts at that center point and like a burst out from the center in every direction? Sometimes it's just one little spout of inclusion that is the bisolite within the stone, that the cutter is the one. The cutter is the one that recognized the location of the bisolite, and that was what was recognized within the rough. And then the stone was expertly cut to put that, basically position that on display in the center as it should be. There are very few, a lot of our Russian Demantoids might have that, but they're just not big enough to be able to see it, even with the magnification of the cameras. That's what's so crazy cool about this stone. And it is the value, because again, we could ask $2 million, we could ask $1 million, and we would be right where we should be. This is a 9 millimeter Demantoid. It is by far the largest that I've been able to show you ever, not just here at TVON for the last nearly 6 years, not in my career, which spanned nearly, we're talking 21 years. This is just, and obviously when you're into gems and you love it, and it's nice to love what you do and, enjoy what you get to talk about every day. Honestly, I've been to every museum exhibit I can get to. I've not seen one this size in a museum. This is really, forget about retail, forget about designers, forget about even rare collectible places you might look at gems, because they're out there. But this is just another level. I'm not asking for $2 million. I didn't ask for $100,000. I foolishly did not ask for $50,000 because it deserves it. It really does. And quite frankly, at 50 grand, that is a song for that stone. But it's not $50,000. It's for one collector only. I would not wait. A lot of people have been thinking about this. You can see a lot of people just in the last few minutes are making those decisions from the entire show. They like to wait till they see everything in the 3 hours and then pick their favorites. We have a lot of pieces from earlier going out the door. People are picking up those 30-point diamonds. They're getting their turquoise. They're getting the Ametrine. They're getting the black diamonds. This is where a lot of people are thinking about this from the first presentation. If it is your first look at it tonight, be aware that a lot of people have had a lot of time to think about this and are ready to make the decision. And all you can do is try it and remember that you are still backed by a guarantee. So there is really no reason to wait, because this is truly, and I can't say this very often because when you have jewelry every day or rare exotic gems every day, eventually, if you're patient enough, something's going to come around that's like it or similar. I mean, take it from me. This is not going to be a second chance opportunity. There's not going to be another piece like it. And you are looking at beyond museum. I mean, my goodness, I don't know, what do we call it? Museum grade? It's not really in museums. What goes beyond that? Museum grade? Yeah, museum grade plus, plus, plus. The museums don't have it grade, I guess we could call it. I mean, that's rare. And it's not 50,000 or 40,000 or 30,000. We've made this under $10,000 a carat. It's not even 30,000 or 29,999. It is not. This is I get it. It's not for everybody. I totally respect that. But it is also, it's not 20. Yep, there we go. It's just, again, it's not 29,999. It is for one caller, and I'm making it 28,888. And I'll tell you what, if you're really, 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 really close, it probably would be best to call, because I'm really just, I know this is probably the most important stone I ever will show you. It is to this point in all my years. I don't know how you top this. Big diamonds. I've had 1 carat blue diamonds. I've had 1 carat pink diamonds. I've had a lot of different exotic gems through the years. This tops them all. And to be offering it for $28,888 is just impressive. And honestly, we're here to get it a home. We're here to make it a deal. We're here to provide a collector with an opportunity that you could never, ever do anywhere else. Just the availability of the stone, it's not out there, but the price tag we've given it is really, really special. And it's $28,888, and it's beyond museum level. I don't know where you top this stone for the rarity, the collectability, but it's the size. These are never big sizes. A 50-pointer is considered large. A 1 carat is considered colossal. We've brought you as high as 173s and 175s. And really, I think it was several years ago, but I'm remembering a 2 carat-ish. But 373, another level. $28,888, first caller on that one. Just a true rarity. Anything else we can help you obviously set up a design around it if you choose to have us help you with that. If you just want to collect it, that is certainly as collectible as it gets. But of course, it's a stone that has durability enough to actually wear it in jewelry as well. So you don't have to just put it aside and set it in a safety deposit box to just look at. You can really enjoy it and really wear it, and pendant, ring, whatever it may be. Here's what it looks like from a distance on the hand, because that is a if you know Demantoids, you normally see them at a fraction. We did have 80 pointers. We did also have 18 pointers earlier. Those are, you might want to check with your operators and see if those are still available to purchase, but this is just an incredible value. And we can always help you guys with, I know that's a lot to pay at one time. Certainly if you need to, pay over time or pay in installments or split cards or, wire transfer, or whatever it is. I just want to mention that because it's not every day we're selling, $28,000 pieces. So if you do, if you need a little bit of help or assistance or time to make this one yours, it's better to take advantage of the opportunity that it's here now, because that's obviously something we can be flexible with, because I totally understand that's, a little higher than what we typically see on a daily basis for just an average piece. And that's because this is anything but average, and it's anything but normal. And that's why we wanted to take a couple of moments here at the end of the show to really just end on this incredibly high note. Just a reminder also that I had a 47 karat 66 Asher cut that is also here in a blue wing block D. And this one is incredible because that's under $20,000. And let me show that to you as well here. That's going to require, it's talking about, like, we're getting up into the 19 millimeter size here. And this one is Spectacular. That's the Asher cut. And I will, let me fire up our wheel here again for you so you can see what this is all about. It's our 47 karat 66 in the Asher cut. And it's a 19 millimeter. And it also is $19,999. Let me show you a little closer here. What's remarkable is that the reds you just saw, and that happens at every single angle point throughout the stone. It's got a fingerprint on the very side. Let me polish it up one more time and then give you a last look at it here before we go. It's just too good to be here, and for all the requests I get for really, really large blue wings, well, they've never been this large. I found earlier that sitting at this angle actually shows you the perfect angle to see the reds right there as you see it. Very, very special indeed, and that is $19,999. We are down to the last 2.5 minutes left of our broadcast, but of course we'll be here after we go off the air. If you want to help assistance or want to check on availability, or if you want to talk to me about either the 373 Russian Demantoid or this 47 karat 66 Blue Wing Block D Asher cut. It's been an amazing night of gems. I hope you've enjoyed it. It has been some very, I'll tell you, I don't think there'll ever be a show on TV like it again as far as the rarity we have brought to your homes tonight. And if you'd like us to send it to your home, that is where you pick up the phone and dial in. Remember, there is jewelry tomorrow night, kicking off at 7 p.m. Pacific and 10 p.m. Eastern for our big Club TVON. Now, if you're extra hungry for jewelry, we're aware of that. So we are going to bring it. And we may not get all of our viewers on Friday, but I invite you to join us at TVON.com. Hey, if you don't get us on TV, because a lot of you don't see us on your regular channel on TV, join us online. Get on your phone. Go to TVON.com. Go to Facebook. We have an incredible Facebook community. It's not a big community, but it's an incredible community. And I might do a special giveaway for our Facebook gals coming up, something out of my personal collection that I want to do. So stick around for more details on that. But join us. Facebook's a great way to watch the live streaming on the go or at your home, on your computer or phone. And then also we have, of course, our incredible live streaming on our website. There's also a YouTube page that has our show broadcasting live. So you don't have to miss the incredible Friday Night Live show. It's called Club TVON. We invite y'all to be a part of it. And then also we're going to be back on the weekend with more jewelry as well. Saturday and Sunday turns to our morning hours. Morning, of course, on the West Coast. Afternoons on the East Coast. So call us, guys. $19,999. Look at that Asher cut go. Look at the reds. They are sensational. It's really incredible. I mean, just look at how I just like tip it from the back here and you can see the reds that come from every single angle. Let us know if you have any questions. Dial into that phone number. We'll still be here after we go off the air to help you out with these two stones, the Demantoid or the Tanzanite or anything else you saw in the evening. And I know we're all hungry for jewelry this weekend, so we got you your fill. Friday night, 7 o'clock, be here. That's 7 o'clock Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern. And then the weekend, 10 a.m. Pacific time and 1 p.m. And it's Father's Day weekend, too. So what a weekend to celebrate. And Antonio, will you be with us, or should I wish you a happy Father's Day right now? You're going to be, yeah. Okay, so that's good because I'm looking to see. I think that's, you're representing all the dads, okay? You're our dad. So, well, that sounded weird. But anyway, all right, have a great night, guys. We'll see you this weekend, tomorrow night, and then, of course, Saturday and Sunday mornings. Give us a call if we can help you with anything else from this show tonight. And thanks for being with us for Gems. I'm Lauren Blair. We'll see you tomorrow night for Club TVON.